Absolutely. Just a couple of games that were played yesterday. We'll run through this quickly while we're lined up here. Bustleton took on Dunsborough. Pretty close game for 3 quarters, and then Bustleton just said they've had enough of that. 10 goals in the last quarter, John. Liam Crichton with 6.
Yeah, that was, Dunsborough, from the scores I was looking at till later on, obviously, was they had their nose in front every time I flicked the phone on. So, and I say Bustleton just blew them out of the water. As you said before, Bustleton, if they do it spasmodically, so if you want to be a good side, contend later on, then you've got to do it against good sides, not probably beat up on the weaker sides.
But they're playing quarter by quarter, aren't they, Bustleton?
That's it. We've seen them earlier in the year, and there's a flash in the pan here and there, but not enough to say, well, they're going to be where they have been the last few years. So maybe a bit of rebuilding and a bit of mixing it all up with the new coach and all that, but they really need to gel and get the consistency going.
Dunsborough finally a little bit more trickier in the second year in the competition. Probably always going to be the case, wasn't it?
Yeah, instead of getting players in, they probably went the other way and they lost players, more bigger bodies, senior players, which that hurts anyone. So, unfortunately for them, they got it wrong. It's just how it worked out for them. I still think there's a big future there going forward. It'll take a couple of years, but it won't take forever. I think in 2-3 years' time they'll get it right and it'll be okay.
I think you're right there. Once the facilities all come in, they've got a big junior base. 2 captains come in, shake hands with the umpire, Link Adams and Jamin King. And Adams has won it, and we'll kick to the Port End. I think it was Port End we're calling that one down there, John. That's interesting. Bunbury will go to the City End. The other game played yesterday was out at Kerry Park. 12 goals, 16, defeated Donnybrook 9-10. Donnybrook looked very, very good in the first half. They had 3-5 in the first quarter, and Kerry Park kicked a couple of late ones. But then after half-time, Donnybrook lost their bench, and Kerry Park got that little familiar kick in steam, and they just took off. Yeah,
well, after watching them last week, they needed to do something because they had no run, nothing last week. But I see Ryan King was back, give him something to kick to up forward. He kicked 4, I think. I've seen that. So it makes a difference when you've got a target to kick to. It gets your mids sort of running and trying to get the ball in quicker. So I said it gives them a sniff, but I think that's all it is.
Players just making their way to positions, having their last 5 minutes of a word. Lincoln Adams, he's very quiet normally. I wonder what he says in those huddles there. I reckon it'll be short and sharp and straight to the point, but leads from the front, as does Denham King. Look, it's good to see Jeffro Barraclough back in that Bunbury lineup too. He adds a bit of a grunt around the footy.
Yeah, he doesn't mind throwing his body around.
Heisman into the centre too. It's interesting for Bunbury.
I don't get that. I mean, I'm not the coach, but they lost the game. So if we go back to the game at South Bunbury, if he was forward to the middle in that second half, they kick another goal or two, they win that game. His best work is forward to the centre. Come into the competition as a real good crumbing forward, and sometimes you move players around like that and you think they can do that high up the ground, but he still gets the ball, but he doesn't use it well enough for a midfielder. But when he's forward to the middle, he knows where the scoreboard is, so he'll still get you 15 touches across half forward and kick you 3 goals. He might get 20 into midfield, but he won't kick you 3 goals, so you work out where he's more important.
Jake Rogers too, last time we covered the AMR, he was fantastic in the middle. He played a real negative sweeping sort of role, and just every time that Dunsborough tried to take it forward, he was there and covered the ground very nicely. So keep an eye on him. He's gone into the centre as well. He'll join Kerwin in that middle area. We're not very far away from a start for the clash between AMR and Bunbury. This is SEN Spirit, and this is John Bergetta.
Up they go. King wins the knock. Connor Walker goes in. He burrows in low and he's rewarded with a free kick straight away. Croney, as we said, he's here in and under, and his first possession, he handballs wide to that man in Heisman. He drives a helicopter kick into half forward. No one can pick up the footy. Now the Margaret River player, can't see who it is. He comes one way, comes the other. Out wide here, he's got Rogers, the man you just spoke about, Croney. He one hand on the wing. He can't take the mark. Picked up there by Field, and he's slammed into the deck by Rogers.
That is something Rogers is very, very good at. He is strong. You don't go around him.
No, he was probably a bit frustrated he didn't take the mark, so young Field wore the brunt of his mistake. So, I know the young umpire thought the ball went over the fence. We're about to be thrown in at high half forward for Bunbury. Ruck's at it. This time King, straight double hand. Spivey picks up. He can't once, twice. He's wrapped up by Creasy. Ball comes ajar. Tries to get a soccer in. He's good enough to go back in and pick up the foot. He just throws it out. The umpire says play on. Creasy goes in. He throws it out. Picked up there by Margaret River player there in Graham. He belts down the wing. Oh, that's almost a kick to Wrigglesworth. Handballs wide to...
He didn't really want that.
The whistle's gone away already. I tell you what, there's 3 free kicks there. It doesn't matter what side you barrack for. Any CV Wonder would have paid them, but play on was a call. And
that's not bad if you let them play all day.
Yeah, if you do it now, then that's just a precedent you set. So don't start playing kicks and looking for them. Just let it go. Ruckman again, King again. He hits down towards Walker. He can't take it. Through comes Rogers. Onto the right boot he goes. Drives in the half-forward flank. There's McMahon, and looks like Quaife is it wrapped up. Quaife wins a race back to the footy. Hard up against the boundary. Beats one tackle. It's all a little give inside. He should have went to the line then. Players all over it, about 30 metres out, or less than that from the Margaret River goal. We'll have a ball up, will we?
A little bit scrabbly to start off with, but the endeavour is definitely there.
Quaife should have went left. He had 1 metre to the boundary for an experienced player to cut back inside under pressure. Anyway, Ruckman to it. This time the Margaret River Ruckman wins it. No one can pick it up. Loose ball. All the players all around it there. Picked up there by the player in field. He just whacks that out towards the scoreboard flank. Race on now between Gribble and Shanahan. And the ball beats them both over the line. And what have we got? Everyone's looking at the... Oh, no, he's paid deliberate. Jeez.
I struggle with that rule.
I'm not allowed
even
to
in AFL. No, I struggle with that rule, even AFL level.
So Margaret River drive the ball in to about 30 metres out. Players all around him. McMahon can't... Oh, a good mark
That's
at
a
the
great
back
grab.
there. That was a good mark by 36ers. I can't pick him up. There's no number 36 on our sheet. So we can't give him the accolade that he deserves because his name's not listed on his right number.
So we're going to put the CPR outdoor... mark of the day to number 36 so far.
We'll yell at someone down in front of us and get a name. But tell you, it was a good mark because he was behind 2 bigger players and he's tied up against the boundary line about 20 metres out. Just to the right.
If he comes a little bit closer, we'll be able to see him, John.
Yeah, we'll get a look at him. But it wasn't a bad effort. It was a great mark considering he was over the back of McMahon and I think it was Quaife in front. So he had big fellas in front of him. So Bunbury to bring the footy back in. I think it might be Perks. He's looking one way or the other. He comes straight up the middle of the ground now. Heisman breaks, but Margaret River have the numbers around this and an uncontested mark taken out there by Shanahan. So he's right on the edge of the centre square. He drives into the hot spot. So McMahon and Quaife. McMahon pushes back. Bunbury get the numbers back inside. So picked up there by Williamson. He's well tackled from behind. And what's the umpire paid? Yep, fair enough. That's dropping the ball. He got a quick hands out, but he was too slow. And a good tackle there by a young fellow in Thomas McDonald. So he's...
is that a Bunbury Mower Service tackle of the day already, John?
It certainly was, Quaife. Make sure Bunbury Mower Services, thanks for your sponsorship. And this is going to take a good kick. He's going to kick from about 45 metres out, hard up against the boundary line in the left full forward pocket where the Margaret River dugout is. So his coach will be yelling instructions from there. In he comes. Not a bad looking kick, just a bit shallow. It stayed left, hung left, and it stayed there. So there, 2 behinds 2, leading Bunbury yet to hit the scoreboard. And that was a real good tackle. That was forward pressure that you want.
That's what you're after, isn't it, as any coach? You can talk about forward pressure as much as you want, but you've got to make it happen.
Certainly do. I'm just trying to... Some of these Margaret River guys are in wrong jumpers, and some of their numbers aren't listed, so a bit of guessiology, we'll get our way through it. So Perks, what will he do this time? King comes the lead up the middle. He's still there, but he opts not to use him. He breaks towards us, Craney. He's going to kick it up here, is he? He goes long and wide. Out the back here is young Woods. He's outnumbered. Again, Margaret River push the ball forward. Woods one way. Berraclough taken without the footy.
Well played, young man.
Call. Handball forward to Parsons. What's he going to do? He goes back to Berraclough. He just whacks it on the beat, but a great smother there by
the ball's still in.
Unfortunately for him, it stayed in, but Stevie Payne comes through, whips it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in about... or just between the Margaret River dugout and the interchange box. So you can work that out if you're sitting at home.
That's the Harvey Norman interchange box this afternoon too,
Certainly
John.
is. So Ruckman at it again. Up they go. King takes front spot. He just pats it down. Berraclough wins it. He can't go nowhere. Speevy's in there. Oh, good work out the back there from Evans. Handballs over the top to a running teammate in Cassidy. What can he do? Good, great pick up. Good handball to Speevy. He knows where the goals are. Just to the left-hand side, was it? No. She's gone through. So Margaret hit the scoreboard. They move to 1-2-8. They lead Bunbury yet to make an impact. And that was a great handball there by young Chadwick. He obviously had some good voice from Speevy because he didn't look. He just handballed over his right shoulder. Speevy running through from about...
contest, created a bit of space, and they picked him up and kicked a well-oiled goal for AMR. And I tell you what, they are looking very, very sharp, AMR.
Well, they had all the play, to be honest, other than the first kick that went forward for Bunbury. Margaret River had the ball sort of between high half forward and in their attacking 50, so they want to get some score on the board to get value for effort. And they've done that, so back in the middle
there might be a little dribble of breeze heading that direction.
Probably half a kick
towards
in it.
support.
Up they go again. This time good knock, but he's midfielder now. Good handball there. Oh, Rogers.
Beautifully
great handball
through.
That was a brilliant handball to Brooks. He drives the ball forward. Who's there? McMahon can't take the mark. Wrigglesworth at his feet, which all good Crummer should do. But well done there by Quaife. The big raging bull comes out. He tries to bring the ball over the boundary line.
He's got a bit of pace, the big fella, hasn't he?
Well, remember years ago he used to do the half-time sprint for the umpires and win it by half a lap in a 400-metre race. So he can go. He's slowed down a bit now, but he's still got a yard in him. Boundary throw in, high half forward for Margaret River. Rucks go at it. Now, the Margaret River Ruckman, not sure if it's Yakis or not because he hasn't got the right number on. But anyway, Heisman picks up. It was a Gribbles. Good handball. Mrs. Niski. Now, Bunbury, they got the numbers. Heisman just whacks it onto the right boot. As we said, Craney, sometimes when you're away from your favoured forward pocket, that goes out of bounds on the full on the far wing. And no advantage at all from Dylan Heisman there. But to his credit, to his defence, he was under a little bit of pressure. So right on that far wing, we've got, looks like Byron George is going to bring the ball back in. Another young fella from Margaret River. 8-0, early stages of the first quarter. So Margaret River looking to go into attack. George drives that ball to the half forward now. McMahon's in front. He's get under the ball. It was Payne. He went under the ball too far and she's gone over the back out of bounds. In front of the scoreboard. Margaret River 8, lead Bunbury zip. We've been playing probably 7 or 8 minutes in the first quarter. Not a bad crowd, Craney. A few people sitting up here in front of us.
Yeah, the weather's nice now. As I said, I would have put a few off it in the reserves game. It poured down.
Yeah, so Margaret Rivers looking to go. Good handball. On the boot there was Shanahan, I think it was. He drives him. McMahon plays in front. He dives forward and takes a chest mark. He's about 27, 8 metres out on a 45-degree angle on the scoreboard pocket. So can he reward himself and finish his hard work off by slotting this through the middle?
I'm back with you now, Johnny. I'm just trying to get us an updated team sheet, as you said. McMahon, of course, was on our radio show on Friday afternoon. He'll enjoy this one if he gets to put it through.
He comes in with a deliberate approach. What's the goal umpire do? She goes to her right. I tell you what, just scraped it in for a behind. So be disappointed with that. They really want to get some score on the board and get value for effort because it's been all one-way traffic so far.
Yeah, and as we know, games ebb and flow, so make the most of it when you've got that ebb.
So Perks, he just chips that ball up to, again, there's no number on that player, number 24 for Bunbury. Well done. Wish these teams would update.
That's Liam Renton.
Renton, is it? New player into the side. So Stevie Payne's got the handball backward to the middle. He just chips inside. Good play there. Hits up a teammate, I think it is in Anderson. He's between wing and half forward. He looks deep into attack. Just a good-looking kick. Out comes McMahon again. He was a little nudge underneath it, but play on was the call. No one can pick it up. Now the Bunbury player does. Handball 1. King picks up. He drives the ball forward. Good pick up by Gribble. He handballs there to Denham King. Over the shoulder it goes. Now the Margaret River player, Evans, is the recipient of a nice chip pass from his teammate. Drives inside 50. McMahon just pushes Field out of the way. Is he going to win the race back and stay inside? Now he's beat a teammate, but he's got a goal. Oh, Wrigglesworth just popped off his chest. Through there was the Bunbury defender in number 30, and that goes far and wide. Did it stay in play? It has, and Nungnitsky's...
Gee, Bunbury got out of jail there. That went straight to Wrigglesworth, and I think he's seen the goals coming a bit quicker than his hands could moved on.
Yeah, so Kerwin takes the ball inside on the halfback flank. He goes into the middle of the ground.
Now they're opened up.
Denham King. He handballs to Creasy. On his left boot, comes out wide to the player there in... it's Hall. He can't take it. Now he chips right to Joel Horton. Just played in front of his man there. And
how often do you see that happen when you got all the play and they just break it open? Missed a goal they probably should have had, AMR, and just create an opening down this outer wing. And Creasy, very good use of the football, as is Hall. And we see Horton having a shot for goal for the Bulldogs. For an early one.
Yeah, he'd be kicking from about 35 out on a 45-degree angle. The way he's been kicking lately, you'd put this down. But... in he comes, favours that right side. Probably a bit too much right, Craney. She's hung out there and it stayed out there. So Bunbury hit the scoreboard there. 1, trail Margaret River 139. And probably, that would have hurt Margaret River for sure.
Yeah, you see it happen all the time, don't you, when you're controlling the footy, but that would have needed a cyclonic breeze to bring that one back. That went dead off his foot.
Yeah. He run there and that's where it stayed. Normally the breeze would have brought it.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
So Margaret River come out to that far side. No, he's straight down the middle. Berraclough drops what he should have taken, but he's run back on it. Play on's the call now. He runs to the 50-metre mark, just chips that to Kupiniski. He marks it about 35 metres out, dead in front. And he had his kicking boots on last week. Let's go back, see if he can go back and slot this through, Croney.
Normally a very good kick of the footy. That's what Berraclough brings to the Bunbury Bulldogs. He's just a one-way footballer, isn't he? He went through a bit of traffic there and used it very well. Very strong around the hips.
Yeah, he got the lucky bounce. He dropped the easy mark and the ball just sat up for him to run onto it. But he was outnumbered, so hadn't he not taken out, Margaret River would have slingshotted back out the other side. But anyway, in comes Niski. A bit close to the man on the mark, but he's kicked that straight, has he?
I reckon he's done a pretty good job of that.
Straight through the middle. They go to 117. They trail Margaret River 139. And we've been probably playing on, there's no clock in our office today, but probably about 12 or 13 minutes.
Yeah, look, a pretty interesting start. As we were said before, games go in ebbs and flows. AMR had the best of that first 10 minutes. And Niski, well, he's a very good finisher of the football, and that ball straight through the middle.
Yeah, they'd all got sucked up. Bunbury did have a lot of space because they were all drawn up because so much play was played in the Margaret River front end. And once they got over the back...
There's a kick coming out to Bunbury now.
Out in the
Parsons.
middle, so young Parsons, he drives the ball forward and a good mark there by Creasy, one-on-one. So he wheels on the left foot. Horton to space. The captain there, Margaret River, Bo Morgan, done a good effort there to cut Horton off. What's the umpire going to pay here? That's gone out of bounds.
That's interesting matchup, isn't it, for Southern Auckland Security? Bo Morgan down to Horton.
Yeah, maybe they're looking to free up Link Adams a little bit because he does give him a lot of drive off half-back.
Oh, you'd be very reluctant to bring Link Adams off that half-back line.
No. In it goes, in the Bunbury. Horton brings it back over top. Margaret River got numbers around. Grab it, don't pat it. Gribble picks up. He's well tackled by Speevy. The umpire says dropping the ball right in front of the umpire. Perfect place to lay a tackle, and he's been rewarded. So what's he going to do? He's in the true centre-back position. He just chips out wide. Oh, dangerously out wide to his teammate. Now, Niski has picked it up. He spoiled it, picked it up. He snapped that through. So Bunbury hit the scoreboard again. 2-1-13. Lead 1-3-9. Bad mistake there from, I think it was Speevy. I won't sell him out until I'm 100% sure. But done all the hard work and just a lazy kick to his teammate there. And I think it was young George.
Work in there and then you mess up the kick, but he made no mistake about that. As there's a
and it was Speevy who his blue boots, he just come off and you can see him throw the mouth guard. He's not happy, but you just got to be careful. Play the percentages.
Oh, the thing is though, when you make a blue like that, you just throw that out of your head and go and, go and get the footy again. You're a good enough player to pick it up 30 more times and fix it.
Back in the middle they go. Ruckman at it. This time King hits to himself, slaps it forward. Who's going to win the race back to it? Margaret River. They pick up one way, the other. Oh, loose handball. Heisman sweeps around the back. He drives his team to centre forward. Woods in front. Good spoil there from none other than Link Adams. Out it goes wide. Margaret River got the 2-on-1. Pops over the top on that wing. Good mark out there by a player in Jonah Brooks.
That's a good solid mark.
That was a good mark. He had all sorts
under
of
a fair bit of pressure.
So he drives half forward.
And a good kick to finish it off.
Good, it was. Again, number 28. You're not on the list, so I can't give you a name.
That's Yackers, I think.
Yackers, is it? Yes, the ruckman. He goes deep. Oh, Bunbury got the numbers. Margaret River stayed on the ground. McMahon does the roving for a big guy. He's tackled without the footy. Play on's the call.
That's another good matchup, isn't it?
Yep.
Down there.
So that's gone out of bounds in front of the scoreboard.
With Quaif and McMahon, two
big
fairly
bodies,
big boys.
Yeah. Yep. So 13 plays 9, Bunbury's favour as we tick into probably 18-minute mark of the first quarter. If you got the clock on the monitor, Croney, which we don't have in front of us today.
No.
We'll just make it up. So Yackers and Parsons.
15 gone.
Walker's got the hold of the footy. He's stripped of it. Oh, Margaret River go in there through young McDonald. Stripped of the footy. Now numbers all around it. Good handball from Parsons there. Feeds wide. Who other than Gribble? Beautiful kick down the line and a real good mark by Woods in front of his man on that wing. Wheels to come back inside. Just an up and under. Over the back is going to be Lux of Fortune there through Fraser Gilchrist. He's taken a mark.
Good young player too. He'll be looking at our rising star for Hemp Brothers.
So he chips forward. Horton's got 2-on-1. But
gee, that's a strong mark. mark.
It was a good mark. He's a long way from goal. He had Gribble loose. He's gone over the top, and Niski's nudged out underneath it. The umpire pay a push. No, play on's a call. Payne picks up. He chips down the line to Evans.
A lot of our umpires just letting it play for a minute.
Well, let it go. If you're going to let it go all day. Don't just pick and choose when you want to let it go. So Margaret River now Rogers. He's well tackled behind by Walker. Play on's the call, is it? No,
he's
brought it back.
Got pinged
no
for throwing it.
So Connor Walker on that true wing position out the other side. He doesn't know what to do. He goes one way or the other, and then he chips to a teammate on that far side. It's Parsons, I think it is, all the way across there. Haven't made any ground. Probably a bit tighter up against the boundary. He squeezed that ball into half forward. Margaret River 2-on-1. Rogers can't pick up the footy. No one can pick up a loose ball. Now it's picked up by Shanahan. He just whacks that far and wide out into that wing. It's going to beat all players out of the line, is it? No, good pick up there from the Margaret River player. Handball's back inside. Can't see who it is. Oh, he couldn't handball over the top of the Bunbury ruckman. Now Bunbury drive forward. Into centre half forward, but Link Adams standing 20 metres clear on his own. Takes a chest mark. He could have switched a bit too slow there, so they're just trying to probably slow
Probably
it
not
down.
a bad idea. He didn't switch, actually, because they were closing on him very quickly.
Kick. He was going to kick to Shanahan. Shanahan was looking at his teammate in pain out wide. I think it was going to him. And Bunbury picked up a loose ball now in towards Niski. He's going to have his third shot on goal in the last 5 minutes. Or did it? No, it stayed in play. I thought it might have went over the line out on the full.
Well, there you go, John. I thought he was going to take the grab.
Yeah.
He did take the grab.
He did, yeah. I wasn't sure it was out in the full or... Because the way he looked at the umpire, he wasn't sure himself. But anyway...
Tell you what, he can get off to a real good start for the afternoon. We've already got two.
He's going to kick from about 30 metres out, tied up against the boundary line on the far side of Payne Park. Round he runs. He's going to check side. What's it do? Tell you what, Craney looked all right from here, and it's looked all right from there too. That's gone straight over the goal umpire's head. He's kicked all three of them. Bunbury's 3-1-19, lead Margaret River 1-3-9. And they've actually got all momentum back now, so challenge is thrown out to Margaret River. Yeah,
after what AMR had the majority of the first bit of a play, tell you what, we might all... contest a little bit more, and they're creating that overlap a little bit more easier. AMR are a bit sluggish to find a spot there. Lincoln Adams, when he had in the back, couldn't find any real options to go to.
No, he had a switch, but he was too slow on it, and probably wasn't, after the last one, wasn't going to pull the trigger on it. But anyway, back in the middle they go.
And as soon as you decide to just change your mind, you're in strife if you're switching.
We've got a ball up back in the middle of the ground. Number of players jumped on. Just trying to pick up who number 38 it was, Margaret River. It's young George Rucking, is it? He's half the size of King. King just flicks that
we've
back
got
now.
The smallest ruckman we've had in the Southwest Footy League, I reckon.
Wriggleworth's wrapped up in the middle of the ground, and the umpire says we'll start again. So, Bunbury side of the centre circle, and we're going to have another ball up. 19 plays 9. He's thrown, he's manhandled there. Play on's a call. Creasy picks up, was it? Just whacks it on the boot. That was Jamin King. Oh, Payne just does a Jackie Chan out of the air. Picked up there by a player there in Hall. Well, he goes towards...
Bit slippery in that little spot.
Gilchrist. He just didn't have him forward drive. He's gone...
No tread on the tyres.
Yeah, A over T. Now Morgan picks up. He handballs wide to Payne. He's got a loose. What's he going to do? Down on that far wing. He's missed everything, bar the Bunbury player there, and Williamson, I think it is. He keeps the ball in line. He's well tackled. Was he tackled high? I was trying to see where the other umpire was. So we'll have a ball up right across the far side on a high half-forward flank for Bunbury. 19 plays 9 as we tick over into about the 20-minute mark of the quarter.
A little bit slippery out there, but I don't think it's...
Yeah, especially that spot where he was. That wasn't the spot to change line. Anyway, King, great knock to Walker. He can't get through. He's... Anyway, I thought it was a pretty good tackle, but obviously not. And Connor Walker will take the free kick right on the point of the centre square. Drive his team inside. He's got Horton on the Wood on the move. Link Adams just busted him forward, but Wood's good enough to take that ball on the chest, and he'll go back, Craney, and he'll have a shot from about 35 metres out. And this is
he started off pretty proactive too, as the young fella.
Just got to move. If you move, you create
especially
problems.
and we spoke about that with Horton, Wood, and Parsons down there in the Australian Niski net. If they can find a way to create their own room, it's going to be a fairly dangerous forward line.
Yeah, so far it's looked pretty good. So in he comes. He's going to kick on the man on the mark. No, he kicked it shallow because I think he did get too close to the man on the mark. And
thanks to Jared O'Brien too. We just got an updated list come through.
We've got an updated list, beauty. We'll get that sorted at half time so mums and dads and people out home know that their friends or loved ones have been actually at the footy and been called. We haven't just ignored them. Anyway, Margaret River, they go to half back. Oh, there's a big early lead. That should have been a kick for hands on shoulder, but play on's a call. Now Margaret River got outside. No, they can't pick up a loose ball. They have this time. I think it's George. He drills that down the line there.
It's got a stick. That's a good.
That was a good sticky mitt from Shawcross. He's got McMahon over top. He can take this and bounce his way all the way to goal, which he should. He elects to kick from 40 and he's 30 and he's missed. He could have bounced that. The only person in front of him was the goal umpire.
And there wasn't too many behind him either,
No.
so maybe a little bit of a lack of talk.
Yeah. But he looked back over his shoulder. I don't know.
There was no one. He was about the only player with inside 50 there.
He was.
They needed that.
Kerwin brings it into Borlini. He's in the back pocket. He just chips over the top. But well done there by the Margaret River player there in Berridge. He's wrapped up now. Bunbury have the ball. Bilsich can't do nothing. Hawks has taken. His umpire's on the wrong side to see. It was a high tackle right in front of the coach's Margaret River coach's
He was
box.
going absolutely nowhere. Gang tackled.
That was Walker, not Hawks. So it was a good tackle. So Ruckman at it again. George giving away height, but hey, he's doing a bad leap. Spivey picks it up. He's dropped it. Now he's taken. Sorry, it wasn't Spivey. Spivey's a recipient of the handball off Cassidy. It was originally. McMahon goes high. Now a player over the back. I think it's Payne. He's wrapped up by a number of Bunbury players. Oh, the ball just drops out the back. Kerwin's kick is smothered. Oh, cleverly picked up there by the Margaret River player in Quinton Donaldson, and he snapped a goal from about 40 metres out. Craney, that was good work from the little fella.
That was excellent work, and I tell you, McMahon almost had that. It fell to the ground, and that's a good bit of awareness, and that's what you want from your small forwards.
Well,
plus, when you grab it, you know where to go.
When you're small, you don't get in the way of the big guys. You stand and you get the crumbs is what you.
Cross just coming off in the Harvey Norman bench for AMR.
So.
Yeah, look, that was much needed too, and
it certainly was.
It broke the bit of a flow that Bunbury had sort of running.
Margaret have got their hands on the ball quite a bit around the ground. It's just a couple of times taken the wrong.
Little bit of that finesse.
Yeah, 3-2-20 plays 2-4-16. So as we get closer to quarter time, Yakas is back on the ground. Him and King stalemate. Who's going to squeeze out the back? No one can pick it up. Bunbury's pushed forward, but Margaret River had the players. Evans sweeps around the back. Now he's got time and poise. He goes on top. Speevy's run hard, but Bunbury come at him from half back. Picked up there, I think it's Walker. Good dash through to half forward now, young Hawks.
This is what Bunbury do very well, create a space.
So now he wheels onto his left foot. He's called to play on. Goes in the Wood direction.
Oh, he's got
in comes Adams and Wood.
No.
Dropped what he should have taken. Play on's a call. He went to ground, so he's taking himself out of the contest. Stevie Payne picks up a loose ball. He drives forward. A horrible kick, but hits his teammate on the chest on that far forward flank.
Stevie Payne will say he meant that,
yep.
Johnny. Don't worry about that.
Not sure if it's George or not. That's the number that he's got on. So he goes towards McMahon into the back. Oh, good over the back there by Kerwin. Bilsich handballs to Quaife. What's he going to Perks? He misses his teammate there. Now Margaret River. George runs to the top of the square, to the top of the D. He chips over the top, and it was a good kick. Oh, Cassidy just dropped his head at the last moment, and he's just dribbled that through. They had a 3-on-1 there. A bit more time, maybe no talk.
I think that's a bit of a thing. I think Gary must be bringing up a bit of that talk in that forward line, because it's probably a couple of times where players just sort of said you got a bit more time.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had good numbers around the contest, so it's not that they're outnumbered all the time and they've got a panic. So Perks, he comes out wide this time to Bilsich, right on the defensive 50 in front of the Margaret River dugout. He takes a chest mark. What will he do? He looks the field. There's not a lot. They've all run to the same spot now. Hawks over the back's loose. He next to go further down the field to field. And Wrigglesworth, well done there.
That was very clever.
Well done there by Berridge. So Wigglesworth drives that forward. Oh, good mark from back.
Wow, we got a chance for mark of the day there.
But I reckon that was a fair mark there to Cassidy, I think. Anyway.
Gee, I was going to give him the CPR Outdoor Centre mark of the day, and he
more so on the way down, and he had the strength to rip that ball and say, I've taken that, and he owned it, but couldn't con the umpire at the end. So we've got a ball up about 48 metres out from the Margaret River goal in front of us here, Craig.
You like that bit of work right on the wing here, a good offensive tap.
It certainly was. So Denham King, he's picked it up and dropped it. Play on's the call. So Spivey, he's tackled the Bunbury player there. I can't see who it is. But it's probably lucky there, Denham King. Once as a ruckman, when you get a good grab at it and you don't dispose of it, you're normally done. So inside the attacking 50 for Margaret River. Number of players over it. No one can take it. Bearclough, his handball smothered. Picked up there by Evans. Good handball out wide to Cassidy. He just whacks it on the boot and he squeezes it through from behind. So they're peppering. 2-6-18 plays 3-2-20. as we get closer to quarter time.
2-6. They probably had a better quarter than that.
Yeah,
AMR,
they have. Yep,
on the Harvey, the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. The chances they've missed have been well and truly gettable. Some of them have been a bit difficult, but there's been a couple there well and truly should have been
scores. They missed a couple of real sodas there, so they'll be ruining himself. Perks, what's he do this time? He goes on that far side. He misses everything, and he kicks it
If he
out.
could have that again, he probably would, thanks to WA Carpet Supermarket. They're going, the Best On Ground award goes from them. So looking for that.
He had the biggest bloke on the field 20 metres clear, and he's kicked it to the guy over the other side eating a pie. And
he kicked
pie sauce.
The guy in the brand new must have called for it.
Yeah. So someone souvenired the footy. No, we've got it back now. So when that young fella turns around, right on the siren time, too far out to score.
He's going to have a crack though, John.
And why not? And anyway, let it bounce, boys.
Oh.
Went the wrong side of the post, otherwise it would have been a behind. Anyway, quarter time, 3-2 Bunbury 20. They lead Margaret over 2-6-18 and a very entertaining first quarter.
A real good first quarter. It went in a bit of AMR had a burst, Bunbury had a burst, AMR had a burst, so it all ends up pretty even on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. Thanks to KFC and our great mates at Dale Alcock Homes. We're going to update our AMR team sheet and be back after the break. Back to SEN Spirits coverage of the Southwest Football League. And at Payne Park, the clash between Bunbury Bulldogs and AMR sees Bunbury 3 goals 2-20 to AMR 2 goals 6-18, which was, it didn't reach any heights as far as ball movement, but it was a very hard fought quarter where Bunbury, AMR got off to a very, very good start. Probably didn't put the score on the board they would have liked, John.
Yeah, just thinking as you were talking there, Crane, I think Margaret River had more of the ball. Bunbury have relied on probably mistakes and slingshotted out the back. And their forward line's probably been open because everyone's pushed the other way. So it'll be interesting to see this quarter how it all pans out. We'll get a better guide by half-time on who
this quarter's underway. This is SEN Spirit, and John Bajetta will take it away.
King to Creasy, he can't get it away. Now Margaret River toe poke forward. Foot race on out there. Speeby, he tries to paddle it forward. Oh, Siakis goes to ground. Play on's the call. Could have been below the knee. It was. Bit unlucky. He didn't slide in. He actually slipped over.
Jamin King got up a bit stretchy then. They don't want to lose him.
No. And that's the reason why they brought that rule in. There was no malice in it. It was just one of them things. Anyway, he goes wide to Connor Walker. He's taking
He looks all right. He's starting to run it out.
Yeah, right on that far wing.
Didn't get too far, though.
No, he's a bit sore. We'll keep an eye on him.
Thanks to City and Regional Fuels for your support throughout this afternoon.
So Niski comes in towards Hawks. He just pops that up about 30 metres out. Hawks just thrown to the ground. But the trouble was 3 Margaret River players all went up. And Horton now he's taking a mark. His play on's a call. He chips towards goal. Stevie Payne. He's carried the line. So luck's a fortune.
How would you describe that, John? Big Joel Horton, he went for the mud, didn't even get a chance, just fell right on his back. That means everyone fell at the footy. So by the time he got back up, the ball had come straight back into his lap and he snapped it around the corner.
But again, Margaret River's communication seems to be their biggest problem, not skill or want or anything like that, because Joel went to ground and 3 Margaret River players went the spoil, and when it did come back down and come in, they were all in one area and he was at the back on his own. So it should have only been 1 up in the end once they knew he was out of the contest, and it could have been just a mark instead of a spoil, and they would have been out of trouble. But in the end, they're going back to the middle because Bunbury have scored a goal. 4-2-26, plays 2-6-18.
Yeah, that was interesting. Well, poor old Joel just picked himself up, found the ball sitting right back within his hands. In Maymar's defence, they probably should have had that out of the outer wing before it turned around.
Yeah. So Ruckman again. King again. Creasy, he's wrapped up in a tackle. He tries to fend off Speed, and that's almost, I thought the umpire was going to pay that. He's probably lucky once you put that arm up. That's classified as a fend off. So back in next to the centre circle, Ruckman will go at it again. Up they go. Yakas this time. Hits it down. Heisman can't take it. Now the Bunbury player off the halfback flank.
That's a good matchup, isn't it, for Southern Lock and Security, Yakas and Jamin King?
Yeah, they're fairly even. I said a lot of ball. I mean, it's dropping pretty much straight down. Player there, was it Renton, come off halfback. He was the one in the tackle there. Again, Ruckman go to it. Yakas and King. No one can take it. Rogers taken without the footy. Yep, the umpire's seen that. Virtually in the middle of the ground. What's Jake Rogers going to do? His movement's deep. McMahon's too far away. Stevie Payne off half-back. Now the kick goes to McMahon and Quaife. Good strength from both players. McMahon almost taking the mark off his head.
He did well
back.
there.
Margaret River got the extra this time. Good handball forward towards Cassidy, is it? He goes one way or the other. Handballs back to his teammate Stevie Payne. They're working back to go forward. He goes towards cousin in Mitch Payne. He handballs back to Stevie Payne. He's just this time forced to whack it on the boot. Number of plays. McMahon comes out. Front, a couple of yards in front of Quaife and takes a diving chest mark.
How's Stevie Payne just racking up the stats here? He had about 4 stats in a minute there, Stevie Payne.
He's got himself into his own Supercoach team, so well done. But just experience. So in the end, he whacked it in. Wasn't pretty, but he knew it just had to get in deep and then hope for a lucky
McMahon
mark.
deserves this one, actually. I reckon he's worked pretty hard, just hasn't been able to put it on the scoreboard just yet.
Yep. In he comes. He's going to kick from about 45 on a slide angle. Direct approach. Not a bad looking kick. What's it done? It's pretty good, Croney. Is it going to get the line? No, it's touched on the line.
He
there
still
by
can't
Heisman.
quite get one in.
He can't buy one. So Bunbury Perch comes out quickly out this side here to Williamson. He tries to, the runner's gone for a slide.
A bit slippery out there, the runner.
I just caught it at Samuel. He drives up on the wing towards Parsons. Yakker's over the top. Shanahan can't take them up. Horse goes through. Well tackled there by Shanahan. That's a great tackle. And
that'll go down for the Bunbury Mower service. Tackle of the game.
It looks like he's done a hammy here, Croney.
Oh, no.
That's going to be very dangerous for Margaret River now. They've lost him. That doesn't look good. And definitely a hammy because the language I can see, the cursing. So ball on the ground. Evans, he handballs to Yakas. He goes back to his teammate there in Cassidy. He whacks it onto the boot. Brooks it was. On half forward for Margaret River. At the back, no one can take it. This time through the player there in McDonald. He drives forward.
McMahon's
one
surely
way. He's
this
got a
time.
soccer this time, and he does, and it goes straight through the middle. So Margaret River get the one they've been chasing.
Where's
for
the
a while.
salute, Jack? He said he'd salute to us when he kicked his first.
I think he's just happy to kick one, but just getting back to Shanahan, unfortunately, that didn't look good, and he'd been having an impact so far. So let's see if they can cover his loss.
Yeah, look, he's a good player. He's a very talented ball getter and uses the ball very well.
And that was a ripper tackle right in front of us.
Yeah, mate, that's that goes down probably as our tackle. We had a couple of them so far, but Bunbury Mower Services were all over that tackle.
Yep, 26 plays 25. Bunbury with a point advantage. Early stages of the second quarter. So we've got game on here, Croney. Can Margaret River cover that?
The game's warming up, isn't it? Thanks to Hearth House. Great spot to go shopping, Hearth House, mate.
Certainly is. Range of product there if you're getting cold. So good knock there by Yakas. Well done, Evans. Fends off 1, 2. Drives it to half forward. Number of players. Who's going to win out here? Slip and slide. So you wouldn't want to try and change direction. Player there in
well done.
Bellini. Pass it forward, but Margaret River player picks it up in young George. But now out of the back line, Bilsic squeezes the kick, but George front position. Can't take the mark. Good little handball. Clever handball there from McDonald. He's got his teammate Evans who's taken eyes. No play on's the call. Now Williamson onto the right boot. Goes high. Rogers comes over the top. Great sprawl there. Parsons was camped underneath it, but Jakey Rogers comes over the top and says, you having none of that. And the ball goes out of bounds.
That's a couple of times Evans has tried to fend off a little bit. They probably just need to get your ball under your wing and head off.
Yeah, he's got a bit of the footy. He's got a bit of class about him.
Oh, mate, he moves very, very well.
Is he a local?
Not sure where he's hails from, but he can definitely play the game.
Yakas,
Just
that
as,
man.
Yeah.
Good handball out wide.
As of on cue.
Squeeze it out. Creasy's going to pick up the footy. He's tackled as he does. Goes through the ruckman's hand in King. Now Woods comes up. He can't tell. Well done there by the player there. And Brooks, he's touch ball. Yakas and Gribble. Gribble just plays the footy. He's bumped after he gets rid of it, but Brooks has taken a mark. He's a good size crony, a bit bigger than what I thought he was.
Yeah.
He drives that ball. Oh, dangerous kick, but it goes out towards Payne, Mitch Payne. Right in the middle of the ground. He's got loose out wide. Clever kick. Hits his teammate on that far forward flank.
Stevens run a mile out
Yeah,
there.
comes in tied to Evans as the man of the moment. Right on true centre half forward. Squeezes a horrible looking kick, and Dylan Heisman's been hit right on the tit, as they say. He goes to half back and hits Jesse Gribble on the point of the centre square.
Stevie Payne will be growling, I reckon.
Yeah, would be. Young Parsons taking a mark just inside the centre square at half back. Ooh, call it down, the umpire says. What's he going to do? He's got Bilsic on his left shoulder. Play on's the call. Chips over top. Williamson takes a mark on the wing, on the tram line there. What's he going to do? King comes up at him. He elects to go wide towards Creasy and Rogers. Who's in front? Rogers. Good spoil. It's gone a bit over the top for Link Adams. Will he win the race back to the ball? Woods goes in. Woods goes to the ground but takes the footy with him. Good knockout towards Young Hawks. He's dropped the ball as he can't get it away. And umpire.
That was clever by Rogers. He actually didn't just spoil. He spoilt to advantage. It did go past Link Adams, but you can see what he was trying to do.
So Dendell, he goes right across the other side of the ground to Mitch Payne. It's good to see him getting his hands on the footy. Couldn't be a very dangerous player. Oh, almost a perfect mark in the middle of the ground. Play on there from the Margaret River player. Squeeze that. Jeez.
Oh, he comes straight off the Harvey Norman interchange bench there.
Hall, he's
caught him out.
Heisman at half forward. He plays on under pressure. Drives it towards Horton. Well done there by the captain there in Bo Morgan. He went to ground, but the footy's gone over the two of them. He took Horton out of the contest then fairly, and she's dribbled over the line out of bounds and right into deep in the full forward pocket.
Just a quick around the grounds for Geograph Civil. South Bunbury 2-1-13 lead. HBL 1 point.
Yeah, that might get a bit messy later on, Croney. A few missing soldiers. Anyway, that's a hold by the arm. Play on Morgan. He's run into a tackle. It was high, but he's lucky there.
No, he's got yeah.
So he's got his teammate. Oh, he's missed Brooks. So who's going to win the race of footy? Creasy does. He keeps his feet. He just can't get possession of the ball. Now he does. Now he's stripped it. Play on's the call. He's over the footy. He's trying to hit it deliberately out of bounds, which he does. And the umpire says throw it in. Well, if you've ever had a deliberate out of bounds, there it was. So just around.
As I said, I can never follow that rule in the AFL.
No. So boundary thrown right on the 50-metre arc on the Bulldogs' attacking side. So in front of the Margaret River coach's box. So Yakis and is it Parsons this time? Parsons pushes him over. Woods pushes him under the footy. Oh, gang tackle there on the Bunbury player. When he gets up, I'll tell you who he is. He'll be feeling a bit sorry, worse for wear.
I tell you what, it's pretty fierce out there this afternoon, though.
One of the older blokes didn't need a tackle like that. So just inside the attacking
No respect,
50.
was there, John?
No, not there. Well done by Yakis. Good handball to Evans. He squeezes to Spivey. Now he's got Payne riding out wide. He comes out wide. His teammate took his eye off the footy there, young Donaldson. He just don't take your eye off the ball, son. So Denham King, right at half forward on the point of the square. Will's inside. What's he going to do? He goes long. Again, Horton. It's all Horton or nothing at the moment. A good strong mark at the back there when he gets up. Was Mitch Payne. He's had a good 5 minutes. Handballs to Link Adams. No, he doesn't. He squeezed that kick inside to Spivey at half back. He gives it to Evans. He runs through centre back. He's got a runner outside. Good run there from the player in, it might have been George. He goes wider. McMahon and Quaife. Quaife's got front position. He almost throws that forward. Oh, good work there by young Wrigglesworth. He was straight into the...
that was good because that ball was away.
Yep.
Quaife had that going forward and Wrigglesworth had to meet it full on and... Quaife is not a small fella.
No, he's half the size of him. I thought, geez, your game, but well done. He put his body on the line and he saved his team from going back the other way. Good knock there from Yakis, but running onto it is a Bunbury player. He's kicked it out in the full, has he? Yep. Can't pick up who it was. He was to Heisman. He's pushed off his kick as he kicked it. But it's gone out of bounds on that far. Oh,
Payne, you're right about Mitch Payne.
I tell you what, he's got a dream to... Oh, jeez.
Just we give him a bit of a fill-up.
Every time they've squeezed this other side, the kicks hit the Bunbury player on the chest every time. So Creasy on this wing in front of us. What's he got ahead of himself? Not much other than Horton. Now Woods moves as well, but this is Bunbury's trouble. They just got not a lot moving forward to the middle. Hawks taken off hands. He goes deep. Woods at the back. Oh, good. What's the umpire going to play here? Play on. Good call, actually.
That was a good call because I reckon Morgan had his purchase on that as well.
They both had it. So Link Adams, he hits Spivey. That's about 40 metres out from defensive goal. He chips over the top there to the player in Sam Graham. He switches wide. Link Adams has just kept tracking over. He's got that ball on the half-back flank. Shallow kick on the wing. Again, Bunbury in the best position to take it. Almost a throw forward. Connor Walker runs on him. He goes one way or the other. He's got Gribble wide on that flank. He squeezes a low kick to his teammate's advantage. Clever handball inside to Niski. He has one bounce. Runs inside 50. Chips inside to Young Hawks.
Very
He's about
clever.
40 metres out directly in front. And it was a good build-up to that. They didn't panic at any stage where Margaret Rivers, when they're kicking down the line, they're fine. As soon as they're trying to squeeze that ball on a 45, they just miss everything. You hit a black and gold jumper on the chest.
Yeah, it hasn't been a narrow miss either. It's been a big one, but that was beautiful ball movement by the Bulldogs, and it would have been forgiven to have a shot, but he had the vision inside and nicely played.
So Young Hawks,
I was going to say it should make a certainty of it.
He should. 26 plays 25.
Harvey Norman interchange bench, very busy in front of us.
Yeah. Back he goes, and he's hooked that to the right, and she goes through for one behind. As you said, Croney out of Brunswick, HBL 1, Trail South Bunbury 25. And here we've got 27. Bunbury lead at Margaret River 25. So not a bad game here.
And so it should be. I mean, the winner goes into third spot, so fair bit to play for. This Morgan Horton duel, I'm enjoying that.
It's pretty good, actually. Again, that horrible kick, Spivey. Tries to get around Creasy, he does, but the handball's over top to Morgan. A big up and under. He tries to fend Creasy off. Goes back to Spivey. They put himself under all sorts of pressure. Bunbury have their numbers here, but Lux of Fortune, Wrigglesworth. Can he keep his feet and bottle it up? Kerwin tries to fend off. Now the kick goes towards Denham King, and he's taken Jamin King. He's taken a mark.
I tell you what,
right
he's got
50.
a
Now he
fair
plays
leg
on.
too.
He just got his kick away before he was brought down by Evans.
That was good by Evans, because King would have had a fair crack at that. He just got him at the moment just to shift him off a bit of balance.
Yep. It goes through from behind. It's like I thought it was out in the full there, but anyway. They're playing 28 leads 25. Bunbury doing all the attacking so far in this part of the quarter.
Thanks to the Bank of Queensland too, John.
Yep.
Very handy.
All our sponsors, we appreciate.
Oh, that's not probably
That's
a good one either.
Kick. Could have almost got a pushing back. Niski picks up a loose ball. He handballs inside the gribble. This will be 6 points, Craney. Straight over the goal umpire's head. It goes from 40 metres out directly in front, and that's how you kick him. Give him to the old Fox, and he'll put it straight through the middle.
Yeah, look, he's done that a number of times. Red light that like an absolute book. Just had too much heat on it, and it just showed too much of the football to the Bunbury side. And Jesse Gribble, well, you know, he is a star. There's no doubt about that. He just waltzed into that. And then any young player looking, that's how you do it, as you just said, John.
I don't know why Margaret River are trying to pull off some of these kicks, because there's they're getting enough of the footy, and they got good matchups forward of the footy. So there's they're trying to hit targets that probably aren't quite on, instead of just going to the ones that are there in front of them.
And that ball is a little bit slippery. I mean, there's damp patches out there. We've been pretty lucky with the weather so far in this league game, but there's quite a few heavy showers before then.
Yep. So back in the middle, we got Parsons and Yakas. Yakas goes to himself. Oh, he's well tackled there. He's still good enough to get away. Spivey. He's kick smothered straight in the shin of Berikoff. Play on's a call. Out there is George, I think. One way out. Well done. Played. Now he drives himself forward. McMahon and Quaife. Who's coming? McMahon's coming. Oh, well done there by the player in the Margaret River player in Cassidy.
I reckon he's got another one.
Through. He has. That was a pretty clever goal. Again, crumbing. And it was well done there by young McDonald. He was the first crummer. He knocked that forward to Cassidy, and Cassidy's run on. I'm sure that's Cassidy with the blue boots out there. And he's kicked the goal from about top of the goal square, and reward for effort there from the crummers. So they answer straight away to Margaret River. It was well done by Yakas out of the middle of the ground. He was tackled a couple of times. He could have been a bit lucky, but they worked hard for it, and they just kept the momentum of the ball going forward. And in the end, 5-4-34 leads 4-7-31. So Bunbury with a 3-point advantage.
That's on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. But you're right there, John. It's been a real arm wrestle, and all of a sudden it just breaks open, and that happens where they just score a goal at will. So a good reply by AMR.
So Yakas again, down towards Spivey. He burrows in. Over the top was Berikoff. His handball tries to hit his teammate there, which Creasy is not. It's Hall. He's stripped of the footy. Goes back in. One way or the other. Just whacks it onto the right boot. Lux of Fortune. No, it's not. Drop mark there from the player there in Gilchrist. So Margaret River come back in now. Mitch Payne. He handballs forward. A good little ball. Lucky, but good. Good, but lucky, we'll say, Croney.
We'll just...
Anderson. He squeezed that ball out to the wing. And
he's got a man on the wing waiting.
Yep, he's been out there for 5 minutes. Sun, I was to say. Is there any sun out there? Probably the only time it's...
Probably his eyes.
It's right in his eyes. So it's unfortunately, I'm not sure if it was the captain there, Link Adams.
It was Link Adams out there.
It went out of bounds on the far wing.
But you're right. If Mugs can just fix up that passing, that one that's letting them down.
Yakas, good knock there. Unfortunately, his teammate couldn't take it, but in he goes again. He's wrapped up to us. The Bunbury just stripped the footy out of there through Berikoff, but he goes to ground. Well done there by Jamin King. He picks it up. He runs. He has one bounce. He's about 60. He has two bounces. He runs to the 50. Chips that towards Niski, and he's taken a mark. They were all waiting to go to Horton then, and Niski was about 10 metres in front of Horton. It was a very clever kick there by Jamin King.
It was Denham.
Denham King, was it? Sorry, you're right there. And he's hitting his key about 35 metres out. He's going to kick from dead in front of the scoreboard, tied up against.
He's already got 3 for this afternoon,
he's got 3,
Niski.
and this will be worth 2 if he kicks this, Croney.
And he showed us that he is very capable of kicking a goal already this afternoon. So it's a bit tight angle too, this one. So we'll see how he goes.
It'll take a good kick. In he comes. 34 plays 31. high up and under, and it stayed shallow to the right, and it's another behind. So 5-5-35 plays 4-7-31.
Gee, I tell you what, both sides have had opportunities in this game. That's what's keeping it very close.
So Stevie Payne's going to bring the ball back in. He's going to go straight up the middle, or slightly to the left, depending how you look at it. Almost a good mark taken out there by Yakis. It was. Play on.
It was a nice feed out the back.
Good, that was a hold there. But
that's
a great
I'm loving this duel for Southern Lock and Security.
He wouldn't have been. You couldn't argue if he got a hold there. He comes wide. Again, that kick, but Evans has got a paddock. He's run through the middle of the ground. He just squeezes over the top. Again, he hits Kerwin instead of his two Margaret River teammates. We're going to have a ball up.
He had an AMR man in front and AMR man behind.
Yep.
Kerwin was in the middle and just found Kerwin.
I don't know how they're going out there, but I'm getting frustrated watching because you can see it unfold. They've actually had more of the ball.
How do you think Gary's on the bench down there, Mossy?
Rogers comes through. What's he's got? If they can get it wide to Stevie Payne out here, he'll just about run the goal. There's a number of players around it. Cassidy can't pick it up. Everyone drive. So Jamin King bends over, picks it up, but it's going to squeeze out now. Margaret over the top. Number 14, young Chadwick. Can he pick it up? He can't. Bunbury have the numbers. Races on now. Goes to ground. Good hit out there from Cassidy. Oh, Bunbury left the ball behind. Lucky picked up by Williamson. He handballs back. We've got that whistle go. No. Play on. Now, Margaret River drive the ball back inside, but guess what, Croney? She's all Bunbury.
Bunbury, yeah, that's right.
Unbelievable. So,
it's set for a mark.
Because that's almost a good mark taken there by Brooks. He couldn't mark it now. What do we got? Dropping the ball. So, Rogers is penalised. Creasy's going to be a recipient. They got a mismatch here. Parsons, he's got the height advantage. They can't see him, obviously. Oh, that's a horrible kick. There's something wrong with the footy. Anyway, Hall picks up the footy through the middle of the ground. He just tries to do too much, almost lose it. Bearclough comes through. No, Hall's going to field it is. He's going to...
Held on to him.
Must have been held on, yep. He handballs to Williamson. He tries to run through. Just does a little kick to Kerwin. He goes one way, the other. Now he just up and under in the Horton direction. Again, Margaret River have 3-on-1. No one can take the footy. It's sprawled out wide. Heisman's going to win the foot race to the ball. Right in front of the scoreboard, he picks up. Goes 20, 30 metres back towards Hall, is it, or Field? He chips it over the top. Guess who? Jesse Gribble. And I tell you what, Croney, before he even goes back, just mark it down.
Yeah. You got to love the way Jesse Gribble thinks. He knows where to run and the timing. It's all about the timing. He goes too early. He's past it. He goes too late. He's going to track defenders. That was absolutely superb timing.
In he comes, kicks from in front of the scoreboard and goes straight over the goal umpire's head. So, again, simple as that. 6-5-41. It plays 4-7-31. And, again, Margaret River would be well done to Bunbury. They missed a couple of targets inside, but were lucky. Margaret River went down the other way and they missed everything. And then up again, paid the price. Yeah,
thanks to Garage Stores Southwest. Just, it's Bunbury. They just float it down. It's just that final kick by AMR, the shorter one, that's given them the hard time. And I think Gary Moss, the coach, will address that at half time. They're going to the right spot. You can see where they want to go. Just the execution is not there. And it's not there by a long way. The radar is a fair way off. But if they can get that right, well, there's not much in this game anyway.
No, it's more the short kick. When they're kicking long, they're fine. And just go the longer game. Get it in. Like I said, McMahon and Quayful, he's not going to lose it. If he doesn't win it, it's 50-50. You've got good. The Crummers have done their job so far.
Yeah, not often in modern day footy you get a real battle between blokes that are very evenly matched.
Yep.
And that is one of them for Southern Lock and Security.
Back in the middle of the ground. Yakis just belts that forward, and he's going to win the foot race to it too. He's got Creasy with him. They both go, oh no, Creasy's good enough to pick up the footy, but he slips in that dangerous spot. Now Margaret River hit that ball forward. Bunbury pick up. Who's got the loose ball? Bunbury player clears it. Williamson leads the race to the footy. He's well tackled. Now Gribble in the middle of the ground. Handballs over the top to his ruckman. King, can he win the foot race? He does. He bends over. He's got an outrider outside in field. Good handball. That's better play. The kicks just had a little bit much on it. Now the Margaret River player there in Berridge. Can he pick it up? Stolen by Heisman, right on the paint at 50. Horrible looking kick into the goal square. Horton takes front position. Well done there by Link Adams. Rose the front and centre. Chips over the top towards, is it Berridge again? It sits for him. He handballs wide. He's got a teammate there. Again, they squeeze that kick. This time they had the two of their own, but they managed to muck it up, we'd say. But Cassidy's good enough to take the mark in front of us. So Brooks has had a fair bit of the ball from Margaret River. He just chips over the top. Oh, that's 50 metres, son. No, lucky there, young
borderline, Maxie. I reckon.
Yep. Donaldson it was, right in the interchange tram lines. This is better kick. Just go long. Bunbury had the numbers in the air. Play on's the call. Creasy picks up a loose ball. He's been in the middle of the ground. Hits
and a runner on the outside.
Yep, they got the extra field. It is. But he elects to go down the middle of the ground instead of wide. Or Woods. The call was there, but the Margaret River Link Adams was in the box seat. I think he was called out of that. He probably would have marked it. But we're going to have a ball up right on the top of the 50D for the Bulldogs in the attack. And 41 Bunbury lead 31 Margaret River.
In what is a very entertaining game of Southwest football.
It hasn't been a bad game. It's just probably frustrating when it's not once, not twice, 3 or 4 times they make the same mistakes. And it's both sides. They dribble over the top towards Heisman. He just chip putts that from 50 and it kicks it out on the full.
Both sides to be ruined some opportunities here.
His last 2 kicks have been terrible for a guy of his ilk. He had time and space. So Margaret River come this side now. They've... who's a player there in George in the back pocket. That's a better kick up towards Brooks, who's had a good afternoon so far. He squeezes down the line. McMahon comes out again, misses everyone, and Bilsich for Bunbury. He picks up, just chips over the top there towards King. He's got players back of the middle, but he elects to go forward, almost smothered off the boot down the line, but guess who's underneath it? Oh, lucky there. Woods is going to run on it, as you know. Margaret River got a 4-on-1, but Woods does it, makes well. Wrigglesworth picks up. Rogers couldn't get his name out.
Evans has had a big afternoon.
He's had a good afternoon. So is this guy Brooks. They've had a lot of numbers for midfield players, but they're just going nowhere. This chip, just try and get a longer game going. He goes back now to Rogers. He's thought he missed him then. That was going to be a big blue. They've got one about 80 metres across the other side.
Oh, this is dangerous.
That was dangerous. All right, they're playing with a knife, Croney. If they miss something, they're going to split themselves open.
It'd be all right to go around there if you've got runners, and now we've got a runner on the other side.
Out the other side is Berridge. But again, they miss that target.
I just looked on Stevie Payne's face there. He got a little bit frustrated with all that.
Very frustrated for an experienced player. He's saying, boys, just take care with that football. They're back to where they started.
I think that's what it is, John. A little bit of just care and a bit of...
Yeah, they're right on the other. They were here in front of us, and they're directly across the other side of the ground. They had about 5 possessions and made no ground except for switch to play. So, Yakas, he hits that forward. No one can take it. Now they can. It was Berridge, just whacks it on the left boot. But Bunbury through Kerwin in the best position, and he marks that at half back. He's got a runner in Bilsich right at true centre half back. He goes one way or the other. Play on's the call. Squeezes that ball into the middle. Williamson, he takes a mark that went about 13 metres, that ball. He goes one way or the other. He's going to put himself in trouble here. He's put himself into all sorts of trouble. Now he's forced to soccer it. Unfortunately for him, Margaret River win the race ball. Evans, that's a better handball. Goes over top. Oh, well done there by Quay.
Gee, that was well done. That only had to pop across the top and Marg drew away.
Out. Well and truly out. He goes over the top to Field. He handballs inside to Denham King. He gives it to his brother. He's tackled as he kicks onto the 50. Out the back there. Well done there by the captain right on the siren in Bo Morgan. He took a goal-saving mark there because Horton was right behind him. But half-time siren goes. 6-5-41 Bunbury. 4-7-31 Margaret River. And we've got game on here, Croney, I think.
Absolutely. Very entertaining contest in front of us as we speak, John, and we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back for the Hungry Hollow Beach Bar and Grill, Bunbury's iconic sunset venue. Great spot to sit. We'll see you after the break. Back to PC Payne Park. This is SEN's coverage of the Southwest Football League. It is a 10-point ball game with Bunbury 6-5-41, lead AMR 4-7-31. This is brought to you by the Hollow Beach Bar, Bunbury's iconic sunset venue. It's a great spot to sit and have a feed and overlook the magic ocean there and enjoy the day. Well, it's been a game that's gone in ebbs and flows. I reckon both sides would be ruined their fact that their skill level just hasn't quite been there when they really did need it. But the endeavour is definitely there. It's fierce. It is a great contest. It's just that finishing off, John, that needs a bit of tidying up by both sides.
Yeah, normally you say in these situations, game of inches, well, they haven't missed by inches, they've missed by miles. But more so probably Margaret River going forward, it's really hurt them. And Bunbury have done the same at different times, but in general play, I think, I did tip Margaret River at the start of the game. I'm not saying because we can't get on Sportsbet and have a bet. But at the end of the day, I think Margaret River, if they can get, as you said, if they can get a couple of things right, I think they can win the game. And where Bunbury we've seen going forward a few times. If you took Gribble out of their side, because when he gets it, you know what's going to happen. But again, it's Horton or nothing sort of thing. And they've just been lucky a couple of times on the quick turnover that Jesse Gribble's been able to get that space that he finds so well, and they've been able to hit him a couple of times. Otherwise, the scoreline would be fairly even, and you would say Margaret would have probably been a bit unlucky because the missed targets they've hit when they tried to cute kick. If they can get it right and go a bit more direct and longer, try and get into McMahon, because the Crummers have been doing a good job, they can sort of straighten it up. If they don't, then Bunbury will just chip away. If they've got a 2 or 1.5 goal lead, all of a sudden it'll be 2.5, 3.5, and before you know it, it'll be too hard to peg back. So, but it's been a good game of football, that's for sure.
Goal kickers so far this afternoon. Cooper Nishke for Bunbury has 3, Jesse Gribble 2, and Joel Horton just the one. That's been a great duel between the full-back and the full-forward in that contest. For AMR, Max Spivey has 1, Cassidy 1, Donaldson 1, and McMahon 1. He probably had a chance to get a few more there, McMahon, but I think that's what both coaches would be saying to their players down there. We just need to get a bit more care about where we're going. I think the vision is right. They're looking at the right spaces to go. They're just missing the targets, and easier said than done. The conditions, well, they're not too bad. I mean, it's bright sunshine out there. It's a little bit slippery from previous rain, but not too bad. Thanks to the Hello Beach Bar and Grill. The score at half-time, Bunbury 6-5-41, lead AMR 4-7-31. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for what promises to be a very interesting second half. Where the Bulldogs have a lead, a 10-point lead, Bunbury 6-5-41. They lead AMR 4-7-31, what has been a fantastic contest. Thanks to the Hollow Beach Bar and Grill. If you're sitting back watching it up there, I'm sure you're enjoying a nice feed and a cordial or two while you're overlooking the ocean. As Lincoln Adams leads his AMR side back onto the field, they need to tidy up a little bit their delivery, because 4-7 probably hasn't been a good reward for what they've had. Now the Buckingham the Butcher's big moment, John. Probably Tommy Shanahan doing his hamstring. He's a very important part of the AMR side. Runs off half-back through the middle, uses the ball extremely well, but he limped off in the early stages of the game as the Bulldogs make their way back onto the ground. But he's a big loss to AMR.
Yeah, he laid a good tackle in front of us, and as soon as he done it, he grabbed his hammy and put his hand up, and as you said, his ball use is very good. He'd been mopping up really well across half-back, but he hits targets on the way out, and that's where they've really let himself down, sort of hitting targets forward to the middle, coming off half-back, when a couple of guys have been trying to pick off that cute kick. As I said, he's one that can either hit that kick or go the extra 20 over to the longer lead. He sees it quickly, and he's got the skill set to execute. So, and you can tell they've got enough ball in hand. They've just struggled in that area. So, as you said, at half time, there was a couple of blokes sitting in front of us. Hopefully they got the message what was meant to be done instead of sitting out here. But if they get that right, I think they're right in it. If they don't, as I said, the margin's 10 points, and it'll probably somewhere around, it'll stay around a couple of goals either way.
I think both sides will be looking at tidying their skill level up a little bit. It is a little bit slippery out there, but the kicks are not missing by a small margin. So they're missing by a considerable amount. And some of them are only a 10 or 15 metre kick or a 15 or metre 20. So the reward for risk is not really there.
No, and a lot of time the shorter kicks are harder kick than the longer kick anyway. You know if you miss, you're buggered because you've exposed your teammate and the ball coming back the other way. So, I'm a believer longer and direct is, and then let your crumbing players, if it hits the deck, let them do their job. That's what you got them down there for. But time will tell, and the breeze is a cross breeze. It may favour this top end. I said half a kick, maybe
towards the port just a little bit.
Yeah,
just a quick one before we go too much further. The players starting to get in position. Who would be leading the WA Carpet Supermarket best on ground in your opinion?
I've liked the look of Evans and Brooks for Margaret River.
Evans has had a lot of the footy, hasn't he?
A lot of the footy.
He's unmissable too for a caller. He's got the long locks.
Yeah, and Bunbury's way, Jamin King I'll get the two brothers mixed up. I better look at the sheet. Yeah, Jamin's done very well in the ruck and following up around the ground. He's had a good duel with Yakas, so hasn't been a lot between them.
See, I'll tell you what, something there, John, that I noticed. Yakas, when he gets up about, he can knock the ball forward at a rate of knots, but he needs those midfielders of AMR need to be on the wake up to do when he does that, because a couple of times he's done it, he's followed up his own ball, and they're surrounded by Bunbury. But just a heads up, so one of them gets on the end of that, it'd be an easy avenue for goal.
Yeah, they've got to get on the fly and go with him and not stand flat-footed and wait to see what's going to happen. But anyway,
so thanks to the Hungry Hollow Beach Bar and Grill, umpire holds the ball a loss. We're just about ready to start the second half for SEN Spirit, and John Bajetta will take it away.
So King and Yakas, dead ball. Yakas picks up, handballs back to Evans. There he goes straight away. Drives his side forward. Out, Speevy's gone forward. He's about 5'8". He tried to play like he was 6'7". Anyway, they've Margaret River squeezed the ball.
The ball went 2 metres over his head, didn't it, John?
But he's got back in there again. Oh, he handball wide to Mitch Payne. He wasn't quite ready for it. Now he's overrun the footy. Bunbury have the numbers. Oh, that's a dangerous thing to do there with the Bunbury player. But now Williamson, he picks up. He gives it to the run of Beloni. He has a bounce. He has one bounce. He's under pressure. Squeeze the ball down the wing, but it's all Margaret River through Yakas.
That was good pressure by the AMR forwards.
It was very good pressure. He's got a loose out here in front of his coach's box. But he doesn't want to
and
go
right
there.
in front of the coach's box. A good thing to do. That's a good kick in.
That's a good kick. Mitch Payne in front of Quaife. He was almost manhandled. Well, Crumb there. Oh, Wrigglesworth almost pushed that through. Picked up there by Field.
Needed to go onto his left then.
Gribble drops what he should have taken. Stevie Payne's with him. Gribble's good enough to pick up. He's got Heisman running forward. Handball's 20 metres over the top. Now Heisman just drills that ball. That's part of his game that lets him down as he's kicking when he tries to kick blindly. Bunbury player out there was wrapped up, but he's good enough to get inside to Gilchrist. He takes a mark just inside.
That was
the
strong by
square.
Denham King, strong in the hips.
Very good. Oh, he's almost run his quota then. Oh, he's chipped that ball towards Horton. He's taken a mark about 30 metres out, almost directly in front. I think the Margaret River player there in Morgan thought Gilchrist was going to keep running and have a long shot on goal, so he dropped off Horton, and Gilchrist is good enough to lower his eyes, and Joel will go back from kick from about 40 metres out.
Take your hat off to Denham King on the far side. He had two AMR players, and he shrugged them off, and so very, very strong in the hips.
This will be a handy goal. So Horton, in he comes, and the goal umpire to the left. He squeaked. Nope.
Gee, missed again.
So another minor score, 6-6-42, lead 4-7-31. So good opportunity there for Joel to to extend his lead on the season goal kicking. So Morgan takes a relieving mark. He drives the ball out in that far wing. Number of players underneath it. No one can take it. Renton. Now Bilsich picks up out the back. What's he got on offer? Squeezes that kick inside towards Connor Walker. He takes a diving mark on that wing in front of Mitch Payne, and he'll go back. He's gives himself up off the ground. What's he got to kick to? Jamie King, it's not. He's been out in that far wing, so nothing really gained by that other than possession. So Denham King's presented up 2 or 3 times. He's been ignored. Now Heisman goes up and under. Get under that, boys. Link Adams is in front. Good work there by Woods. Play on's a call. Now Margaret River squeeze that ball forward. Picked up there by Evans. What's he going to do? Play on his advantage. There must have been a free kick in there. He squeezed it out towards Speevy. Will he get the bounce? He's got 2 on his hammer. He gets around a player there in Bellini. Now he chips over the top. Out comes, it wasn't McMahon. Who was it? Anyway, Margaret River. Quaife's going to run onto a loose ball. It was good tackle there from the Margaret River player on Quaife.
That was an excellent tackle on the big fella.
I think Quaife just thought it was going to go out of bounds, and the young, it was Graham, I think. No, it wasn't George.
He had him head on, watched the hips, well played.
Could have almost been rewarded for a free kick there, but anyway, ball in right in front of the scoreboard. 42 Bunbury, 31 Margaret River. Early stages of the third quarter. In the ball comes.
Looks like the AMR water boy's got cramp there too in front of us.
Takes it out of the air, just whips that around. Who's going to win the race to footy? Margaret River. Oh, well done there. Great handball. This time Speevy runs into a goal. He check sides that, and Margaret River hit the scoreboard. 5-7-37. Trail Bunbury 6-6-42, and that was a very good handball there by young Chadwick. He had awareness. That's the second one he's give off today, Croney.
He has, and you can see the awareness there. And they are, sometimes you get excited around goal and the handball goes to foot or shoulder, but they're hitting the runner right at the right time. And Speevy only needed a little bit of a chance to go in. That very handy goal for AMR. And I tell you what, John, this game's it's got a bit, hasn't it? It's got a bit of a real edge to it, and so it should have. Third spot up for grabs on the South West Football League ladder, thanks to Buckingham the Butchers.
Just young fellas hobbling here now. Young Chadwick. He's done it a couple of times. I haven't caught him. Maybe one I don't know. It's the first time I've seen him. So it takes a couple of goes at it to get these players down pat. But he's been quite lively across half forward. As I said, their crummers do a good job. They just get it deeper and direct, and that's what happens.
Bit tender on that ankle at the moment.
Up they go. Yakas, King, falls to Heisman. He's tackled as he kicks. Drives it forward. Now Jamin King picks up a ball. Denham King it is. Handball's inside. Good handball to Connor Walker. He slipped as he was tackled, and unlucky there to the Margaret River player, but at the end of the day, it was a high tackle, so Connor Walker, he just chips over the top. I'm not sure who that is.
I don't mind what the umpires have done today. They let him play.
He wheels and goes on the left.
Give that a fair crack.
Just slid that across the face of goal. He did Croney from about 45. He had more time then, and a player of his class probably should have done a bit better, but...
He seems to have a time when he gets the footy, doesn't he?
Typical left-footer, mate. They always got that extra couple of steps. Us poor old right-footed hacks. Anyway, out in the far wing, number of players around it now. No one can pick it up cleanly. Now, good tackle there on the Bunbury player. He's called a throw. That was, yep. Anyway, good tackle there from Will Cassidy. So he's a recipient of on the defensive side of the far wing. What's he got ahead of him? He's got Spivey. He's given away high on Bellini, but I tell you what he uses. So if he picks this up clean, that's taken high. Play on's a call. No, he's got either way.
He did well there. He had a 2-on-1 situation.
Yeah, that's a better chip kick inside. He's hit Evans on top of the D. Oh, he ran himself in trouble. That's a better squeeze. He's got Wigglesworth. He's called to play. Oh, he was off then. He was all sorts of off.
He had those couple of little steps. His eyes lit up.
Yeah. He done a bit more than Dom Shee did a few years ago. He was
probably a good move that for him that he come back.
Yeah, he would have been tackled dropping the ball. Yeah, two Bunbury guys right on him, and they have every right to be throwing their arms around.
This to put AMR in front on the South West Isuzu scoreboard.
Square it up. 5, 6, 7.
I will too, John. There you go. Your maths is better than mine.
Oh, I could see 7s and 7s, and I thought it would be even. I was at the back of the class in maths. Anyway, in he comes. He's going to kick from about 45. Not a ball. Just struck the outside of the foot, and he squeezed it through from behind. Maybe a 7-point play, Croney. So
might be a handy point, you reckon?
5-8-38, trail 6-7-43.
Henry Shawcross is ready to come on the Harvey Norman interchange bench.
Yep.
The big fella's been influential.
Be looking to just use his bulk to advantage.
And Kerwin looking to come on for Bunbury. So.
Yep. So that ball went right over the back. As I said, there's not a lot of cars around them goals today, but there is a few people here in front of us.
Enjoying what is sunshine now. I tell you what, you wouldn't have believed this at 11 o'clock.
No. So it's a horrible kick from young Billow. He's gone out wide. Perks has run on. He's chipped down the line to a teammate there. I can't see who it is on that far side. Might be Renton, is it? He's Gilchrist. He goes down the line to Renton. He takes a mark on that far wing. So he's got to get up and go. Oh, no, it's not. It's King. The big ruckman. What's he going to do? He's on that true far wing position. Margaret River got an extra back there, so... He goes one way and then the other. He got a taste of it last time, Croney, but the kick goes up and under. Wood's got front position. That's a good mark. Should have been paid the mark. Play on's a call. Gribble into the Horton direction. Pushed off the line of the footy there by the AMR captain in Morgan. He does well, but unfortunately his kick goes straight down the throat of Heisman. He chips over top towards Creasy. He's going to take a mark 48 metres out directly in front. Again, that half kick has been the bugbear of Margaret Rivers all afternoon. So... Young Creasy, he's about, as I said, he'll kick right on the paint from 50. He's dead in front.
He tried that Bunana little thing, didn't he? Probably, if he had his time again, would probably have a different choice there.
Yep. Big mongrel punt down the middle of the ground and run onto it.
Break some fingers.
But you can't go to the boundary line because you get pinged.
That's right.
That wasn't the best kick off the boot. She's floated, and it's floated wide to the right, or the left as we look at it. Through for a minor score, and Bunbury go to 6-8-44. Lead Margaret River 5-8-38. One straight kick in it.
Thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour. MGIB is there.
He comes down to Hawcroft. He can't. Oh, that's high. Even I seen that, Croney.
Yeah, and that was pretty solid.
Yeah, Williamson on Spivey. If he doesn't get out of the way, it'll be 50 metres.
He's a goer though, Spivey. No doubt about
Henry
that.
will just run straight through him and say, get out of the way and leave him alone. That's what the big fellas do for the little fellas. Anyway, towards McMahon. He's in the box seat. He's got numbers all around him. Well done by Mitch Payne. He goes to ground unfortunately. God, good handball.
Beautiful handball out.
Evans has taken high. He's taken late, but play on's a call. Niski's going to mark the ball at half back. He squeezes the handball.
Now they're on.
He runs through the middle of the ground. That's a better looking kick. Unfortunately, he's missed his target in King, but he's able to run onto it. Should have kept going on his left, but he's got a runner inside there in Renton. He goes goes one way or the other. Geez, that ball's not spinning well, but that was good enough, or did it hit the post? What's the umpire going to do?
No, it is straight in.
I thought it might have clipped the post on the way in, the way the umpire looked
Was that
at
Gilchrist?
it. Was Gilchrist or Renton? It was 15, was Gilchrist.
Fraser Gilchrist.
Yep. So Bunbury extend that
tick
lead.
with him.
Yep, 7-8 leading 5-8. A handy 12-point advantage to the Bulldogs as we probably played about 10 minutes in this second quarter. Again, Margaret have had all the play and Bunbury have gone down last 90 seconds. And
they just score a little bit easier, don't they?
Yeah.
Thanks to the Bank of Queensland. Bunbury, it's just that running play. When they get that overlap run, they're pretty hard to stop, and it's a defender's nightmare by AMR when the ball's coming down like that. Once again, Denham Kings lifted big time in this quarter.
Yeah, they've put him forward, and not Denham. He's gone half forward, which has given him a bit more strength across that line. So Ruckman at it again. Yakas, he goes back towards his teammate there in Brooks. He couldn't take it. Now Bunbury go forward. Out comes Jamin King this time. He's like a cannonball. Rogers, he handballs to Evans. He goes towards McMahon. He leads the race of ball. He's got a good run outside in Wrigglesworth. He couldn't take the footy. He had to do better there. Now Bunbury go to ground. Picked up there by Niski. He's gone to half back, so they swapped a couple of things around. Good run from behind there from Bunbury.
Was
player.
nicely
right
worked
in the middle
by
of the
Bunbury.
ground is Gribble. He's got Walker riding shotgun. Gribble goes, I'll go myself. Squeeze that kick towards Woods. He can't. The Bunbury players, Margaret players spoiled it out of his teammate's hand. So now the captain there in Morgan, he goes to Stevie Payne. He chips back into the goal square. You got the player there, I think it is Anderson it is. Now Link Adams. Now we go. Extra. He hasn't seen his teammate. He's got 30 metres on his own. Oh, it's stayed inside for him. To Sam Graham. What's he going to do? He's going to float it towards you. He's hit a Bunbury player again. This is I've put this on record, Croney. Anyway, Margaret are under all sorts of pressure now. Woods just jumped on that. Play on's the call. Link Adams goes to ground. He can't take it. Now he handballs wide to George again. He can't pick it up. He's going back towards goal. He's going to get himself in trouble here. He's good enough to get around it. That's it. Just kick for distance this time. Number of players all right. Well done there by Yakas. He said, I'm the biggest bloke here. I'm going to get it.
Let's put that down for a C-Power outdoor mark of the
day.
Evans,
he slips a tackle. He's got a runner outside. He's got a good
That's
target.
A brilliant
Is
kick.
it Wrigglesworth, is it? I think it is. So he goes back. That's 50 metres, umpire, of anyone's every day of the week. Wrigglesworth, he's wrestling. He can't. He's got no one there with him on the ground, and Bunbury rolled that through, but umpire, that was 50 metres.
Got away with one there, I think.
They certainly did.
That's a great grab by Yakas. We're putting him down for mark of the day so far, contender.
Perks comes out. Oh, well done there. That's pushing the back. Play on's the call. Now, George, he's had a good couple of minutes. Gives that ball towards...
How
casual and how good. That was George. Sorry, he got the handball from his teammate there in Sam Graham. He's just stood there, Crane. He said, you have a look at this, boys. I'll show you what to do. He's just stood there and check-sided that from about 48 metres, and it sailed through goalpost height, straight through the middle, and that was a great kick.
We always say don't panic when you get the footy. Well, that was the absolute opposite, wasn't it? He just stood there, lined it up, and thought, I'll go around the corner here. That was a great goal. I'm going to put him down for Western All-Fair Services, one of the goals of the day.
I think he said, everyone here at Payne Park, have a look at this. Just watch me. It's me time now. And
he
didn't let anyone down. It was Byron George. That was a great kick.
Byron George? Gee.
Yeah. Sam Graham popped the ball over the top to him. He's just stood there. Checked out for a couple of seconds. Put the hands up.
Byron George, I'm definitely putting you down for Western All-Fair Service goal today because I've never seen everybody just stop and go, okay, I'll just kick a goal and wander back. It was like training.
So 7-8-50 plays 6-9-45. Game on again, Croney.
That was good.
That certainly was. Back in the middle of the ground. Yakas, he goes up.
See, that's the one I'm talking about, John.
There it is. And then Evans, can he work his way? Ooh, players meet heavily. McMahon just come out and he hit, I think it was Young Field. He hit fair and square.
See that one there? That Yakas knows he can do that. But if he gets his midfielders or even his half forwards to come in on that, that'll be an easy out.
That's a great knock. That was a beautiful left-hand palm to Evans. And out comes, ducked his head there.
I think he's got the kick, though.
Who was it? Brooks, I think it is.
Gee, I tell you what, Evans has racked up getting the footy for AMR this afternoon.
He certainly has. He's had a great afternoon. So is this guy here. He's obviously resting forward now. Again, not a player I've seen. If I have seen him before, I don't think I have. But he's a good mover.
He said he dropped his head at the last minute, but just got interfered with it.
I think that probably drew more the umpire's attention to the it wasn't
interference.
Much in it, but more the duck of the head. The umpire probably thought he's copped one here, so that's a free kick. Makes up that 50 they should have got. Anyway, deliberate approach, and that's gone smack bang through the middle of the goals. Margaret River go to 7-9-51. They now lead Bunbury 7-8-50, and we've got game on again.
We have it, that on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. It is very, very tight. And I'll tell you what, this is an entertaining game of footy. It's lifted thanks to Hearth House. The heat has definitely gone into this game. And both coaches using these benches very, very nicely. It's going to make a bit of difference. We've got a geograph civil around the grounds, have we, John?
We certainly have. Down at Brunswick, 1v2. South Bunbury 10-4, lead HBL 3-4. That's middle of the second quarter, so a bit of one-way traffic there. Back here, Margaret River 51, lead Bunbury 50. Entertaining game of football, Croney.
It is at that, no doubt about that. John, both sides going. We'll try and get you a score from the Harvey Bulls Collie Eagles game when we get it updated. But this one, yeah, the heat is on. Great game of footy.
Yep. So Yakas again, this time Parson stands on it. He's taken it and kicked it forward. Good mark there from team. I can't see who it was. He handballs towards King. He drives that towards Horton. Is it? No. Now he does. Joel's just spat out, come out the back. He doesn't want to take possession. He knows he's going to get wrapped up. Oh, that was horrible. That was a deliberate push out of bounds. But they let it go here, so they got to let it go there.
Yeah, no, I reckon umpires would just let the game play.
Yep. There's a couple they've missed, but anyway.
Yeah, they're big fellas out there playing. So
yep, let it go. So deep into attack for Bunbury, right on the point post. Boundary throw in. 51 plays 50. Oh, both ruckmen wrestle the ground. Play on's the call.
Nil all draw.
Spivey picks up. He squeezed that towards Link Adams. That was a good handball. He goes to Berridge. That was a smart kick, even though
bit of pace on out here.
Him and Wrigglesworth it is. So, well, it went out of bounds. And Dylan was probably a bit too clever for himself. He didn't realise the guy that was on him was just as quick as him.
Yeah, normally he gets away with that. Yeah. He can turn inside, but Wrigglesworth was having none of that. But, yeah, it's full on. Momentum just running.
It certainly is. Right on that far half-back flank for the
crowd are invested too, which is good.
Yeah, see everyone's glued to the screen there.
Yeah.
Looking out. Heisman, he just whacks.
That's why you come to the local footy, John.
That's it. Up and under. Who's in the best position? No one. Denham King, he handballs wide, I think it is towards Gilchrist. He kicked the last goal for Bunbury. He's brought to the ground and he's going to get a free kick, is he? He is. The umpire was in the box seat there to call that, so he'll go back and see if he can...
Might be a short-lived AMR lead.
Yep. So he's going to kick from about 30-odd metres out. He's on a 45-degree angle. So his teammates will be willing this through so they can snare back the lead.
Three-way change for AMR on the Harvey Norman interchange bench.
Yep, numbers going.
Get to know those seagulls, are you, John?
I was trying to get we've got a wall between us and Dean. I've seen how long in the quarter's gone. So he's leant back on it and put that straight. Oh, no. Goal umpire.
Straight through the point post?
Yeah, straight through.
It went straight. There was no doubt about that.
It definitely did. So all tied up, 51 apiece. 7-9 plays 7-9. In the middle stages of the third quarter. We've already had half-time.
I'm glad we're at this one, John.
Stevie Payne, yes. A lot better game here. What's he going to do? He's going to come straight up the middle. Just top side there. He's got
beautiful
Spivey.
Kick.
It broke, and it hit him as well. So that's 50 metres. Next time a player will run a couple of yards wider and he'll be penalised for it. Out the back, Yakas, he can't take it, but he's going to run onto the loose ball. He's almost tackled by Parsons. He is. But he's good enough to get his handball away. Unfortunately, he missed everyone. Heisman. Now Margaret River have three at the back. Who's going to pick it up? Spivey. He goes. No, the handball come inside to Spivey. Well done. Use his. A great tackle there, but the big fella in Yakas, he's tackled and that's dropping the ball.
He didn't really want that. That was
well played. Just got hold of his shorts, and if they were size 10, they're about size 23 now. He's stretching that far. Bunbury switched the play. Comes out this way to Hall. He just unloads. Goes to no one really. Horton's going to win the race to footy as he is. It bounces in front of him. He goes one way there. It's tight on the pocket and a good smother there from Burridge.
Done a good job, Bo Morgan, down there.
Yeah. Yeah, Joel thought he was right. He actually had more time. I think he thought, as soon as I pick this up, Morgan's going to nail me. But as it turned out, he had another 3 or 4 steps, but Burridge was good enough to come across, slender hand, and smother that ball out of bounds. So 51 apiece as we push through the middle part of the third quarter. Flat throw from the umpire. Horton just hits that back into the corridor. Almost taken there by King. Now a number of players over it. King just picks it up. Denham King.
Oh, he's done all right there.
He's picked that up and screwed that straight through the middle. So the Bulldogs go to 8-9-57. They lead AMR 7-9-51. And that was just strength because he put his big frame over the ball, ripped it out of the contest, gave himself a yard or two, snapped it over the shoulder, and straight through the middle she went.
And we're definitely putting him down for a Western All Pest Services goal of the day chance because that was magnificently done. They had a fair bit of pressure on him, then did the AMR defence, and that knock-in board from Joel Horton opened it up a bit. Sometimes you see those knocks, they just go down to feet, but he actually sent that 10 or 15 away from the red, which gave him a bit of space, and Denham King swooped on that. He's been very, very good this quarter, and once again, the lead changes.
Well, since they've moved into half forward, it's changed their dynamic of their forward line. Bigger body, strong.
He's also a big body, but he's a good mover. He's quick, and he can kick the ball a long, long way.
So Yakas, well done. Hits it to Speevy. He throws it over the back to Evans. Can he work on it? But he can. Back towards Rogers. The ball won't sit for him. Wrapped up by Bearclough, but he handballs back to Evans. Whacks that on the boot. I'm trying to eat me chocolate crony. I should have had a bite of that before the bounce down. Byron George, he handballs to Stevie Payne on that far side. Drives the ball inside towards the scoreboard flank. Rolls over the back. Quaife handballs inside. Goes back. Perks it is.
Bunbury are very good at getting numbers back in that defensive unit.
They've missed their targets there. They could be in trouble. It's picked up by AMR. Slaps that back in 30 metres out from their goal.
Oh, should have took them
there
up.
from Quaife. Play-on's the call in front of the scoreboard. Oh, out the back. Oh, Williams, is it gone to ground? Someone's got a free kick.
Don't know what the big fellow was thinking. He's got a kick anyway. Put his fist on it instead of grabbing it. But he's had a great duel this afternoon with McMahon.
So he pushes that down the line. Niski's, well done there by the Yakas it is. He's been quite handy.
Yeah, it's been impressive, hasn't he?
So 57 plays 51, Bunbury's favour. We've got a ball in right across the other side of the scoreboard, just around from the scoreboard. Players up, Parsons and Yakas. This time Bearclough, he just throws that. The umpire, no. Niski, he drives the ball down the wing. King and McMahon, Adams, he can't mark it, but he's got support there. The handball comes back inside to Berridge. Onto that left boot, he drives that into the... McMahon, well done. He just worked Quaife under the footy then. Took the step back and juggled a chest mark, but he just used his strength.
That's a bit of forward art, isn't it? It's gone from the game a little bit to hold your ground and then just feed back onto it. Beautiful kick into him. I love the little handball that set all that up. The vision between the players, that creates it. Give him a bit of space. And McMahon will be looking to nail this one, I think, Johnny.
Yeah, he'd want to kick this one. He's had a couple of looks.
He's had one for the afternoon.
Good approach. Again.
Oh, he's got the lean on. That's not good when a forward starts to lean.
No. It was a good kick into him from Adam Anderson. It was a beautiful kick.
And that's where you got to give your forwards a percentage in their favour, and then they can work with that. It's just bombing them down to make it a 50-50. You need to at least change it to 60-40 for your forward setup.
So Perks, what's he going to do this time?
I still think they get a lot of ground coming in nowadays, don't they?
Yeah. So he breaks the line. He drives out in front of us. That ball's just helicoptered and Burridge has just taken intercept mark. And what's he got ahead of the play? He's going to go up and under towards McMahon. He pushes back. He's got a number of players around him. Margaret again just stayed on the ground. They got a crummer. Oh, Speevy, has he run onto it? He goes one. No, it's not. It's
he's done very well there.
Goal by
Will
Cassidy. That was a ripper. I thought it was Speevy because of the blue boots, but he's candied one way to the left. He's gone to the right. He's just floated that straight through the middle. So they tie it back up again, or they might just have their nose in front of it.
Do you know what? It's going to make it very tricky, John, picking the Western All Pest Services goal of the day, because that was a beauty as well. He just didn't panic. We say don't panic, and he didn't at that, which puts AMR back in front on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. And I tell you what, it's game on. It's goal for goal, and no side's prepared to give an inch.
No, what happened there, Croney, the fact that McMahon, because he's been fairly dominant, and he's having that good duel with Quaife, the ball went long and high into him instead of trying to hit these targets they've been missing. Bunbury were in trouble here. 3 went up. Margaret River stayed on the ground, as they have done. They've been pretty good at crumming, and it just forced weighted numbers on the ground versus guys falling in the contest that couldn't help out, and they were able to get another goal. So back in the middle of the ground, 57 plays 58. Margaret River the nose in front.
A little bit of thought that you're saying, John.
Yeah, bit of thought. Don't panic.
You don't panic.
No, in the middle of the ground, Walker receives a handball as a throw. Woods has been penalised for a throw, so give it back or it'll be 50. So Speevy in the middle of the ground. Payne tries to draw the handball. Speevy goes on his own, onto that right boot, in front of the scoreboard. Again, McMahon. So Bunbury up again. 2 up this time. Margaret River, well done there by the last goal scorer in Cassidy. I tell you what, Croney, where's it going to bounce? If it stayed in, If it stayed in young young Chadwick, he was off to, one step inside the other way.
I thought that was going to take a bit of a sideways bounce there at one stage.
So Kerwin brings it in. He hits Renton about 40 metres out from defensive goal. He's got Bilsich loose. Bunbury got all numbers out the side. If they get down the line quick, they're going to be outnumbered. Williamson just bangs that to what we said. Up goes Jamin King, takes
that's Denham.
Denham. I should have their names side by side, so when I quickly look, I can see it. And I should know them better. Anyway, in the middle of the ground is it Field. He goes long towards Heisman. He's fallen over. Slaps it towards young Hawks. In there was a Margaret River player in Burridge. Probably lucky he didn't get penalised there because he...
It's a fine line, that rule, isn't it? I mean, what he did was go after footy like you'd expect any player, but this day and age, it's close.
He went to the ground and laid on the ball. That's, So Horton, he wins a knock over top this time. Walker can't take it. Numbers all around. Oh, Gribble takes one high, but he comes out. That could be dropping. If it wasn't a high tackle.
He wore a couple then, did Jesse Gribble.
But sometimes you break through there and you don't get what you should have got and you get done for holding the ball. But anyway, 35, 40 metres out from the Bunbury goal, almost directly in front. 57 Bunbury, 59 Margaret River. Horton, Yakas goes to Walker. He slips as he goes to handball and the umpire's called a high free kick. So probably fortunate, but they're in that sloppy patch. So we've seen a couple of kicks paid in there with guys slipping. It's more the conditions, not that they're playing for a free kick. But anyway, you get it. He wants to go back now and kick the goal to make it all worthwhile.
See if you've got an update on for Geograph Civil while he kicks this goal as Walker moves in. He bypasses the 50-metre line. And we'll have a shot. How you going, John? You got an update?
Yep, so we'll let him have a shot.
That is a very good kick of the football.
So Bunbury go to 9-9-63. Lead Margaret River 8-11-59 and out at Brunswick at half time. Just let that message come through. It was a lot to not much. 72 South Bunbury, 28 HBL.
Fairly substantial lead to the Tigers out at Brunswick Oval. I can't get one from the Collie Harvey game. So if anyone's down at Collie Harvey, message me through the scores.
Obviously, all our Southwest footy people didn't bother driving. Where is it, Harvey or Collie?
It's down to Harvey.
Harvey, it's a nice drive to Harvey. Someone should be there watching. Give us a yell. Anyway, back in the middle of the ground. 63 plays 59. Every time one side gets one gets one straight back.
Steve Golding, you are a legend. Scores Collie Eagles 2-2, Harvey Bulls 1 goal 3, 14 minutes left in the second quarter. Thank you, Steve.
So Berraclough taken and tackled. Jake Rogers going to run onto a loose ball. He's got numbers running forward. He kicks wide. Who's going to win the race of the ball? Perks. It bounces one way, goes the other, right in front of the scoreboard. He lets it run out of bounds. 63 plays 59. Bunbury with a 4-point advantage. So Margaret River pushing. They'll be looking to get a score here. Not sure how long in the quarter.
Also looking for the rising star thanks to Hemp Brothers, Western Australia's most trusted hemp-based products. There's a few people putting their hands up for that. I'm not sure how old Yakas is, but he is definitely doing a good job.
Yeah. So Bunbury got the extra out the other side. Squeeze the ball down the line. What's the umpire going to pay? It's got to be a throw-in. Yep. A few blokes were wanting a freebie, but...
Yeah, you're not going to get them for that.
No.
Although this day and age, John, sometimes I don't even know.
We've had the most Stevie Wonder would have seen the two that we've seen and weren't paid, so you can't now go penalising guys at this stage of the game. Anyway, right on that far wing, we've got a ball in. Yakas and Woods. Woods slaps it back. Picked up there by Evans. He's tackled. Did he beat the tackle?
Oh, how did he get
fend off, was it?
Must have been.
That's 50 metres now. That was stupid.
Yeah, you got to hold your discipline, don't you? In a tight game like this could be a Buckingham the Butchers' big moment if they go down and score a goal out of this one.
So he's gone from almost 50 metres out from his own goal to 50 metres out from the Bunbury goal. Niski's put it long and high. It's going to roll.
And it's going to roll in for a goal.
He's got his fourth.
It's exactly right on the siren.
So that didn't hurt. That was very, very painful. That wasn't just a tickle.
If we look at the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard, it sees Bunbury up by 7 odd points now, isn't it, John? I haven't got the monitor in front of us.
10 points, I think it is.
10 points, 69 plays 59. It's set for a ripper of a last quarter. That quarter was fairly handy. Thanks to KFC and our great mates at Dale Alcock Homes. We're going to take a quick break and be back for the final quarter of the clash between Bunbury and AMR. That sees Bunbury 10-9-69. and AMR 8-11-59. 10 points of difference after Bunbury scored a goal from a 50-metre penalty right on the siren of three-quarter time, which is a bit of a lack of discipline, but it's going to put a bit of pressure on AMR. But we've been treated to a fantastic game of footy, thanks to Bunbury Mower Service and the rest of our sponsors. It's been good to have you on board. John, the last quarter about to be played out, that last goal hurt.
Yep, definitely did. That was, well, I don't know what, the free kick, well, it was there, it wasn't, doesn't matter at the end of the day. They were at half back, and then they've gone, to 50 and
for the ball to run over the back, which it did.
Exactly. The ball was only going to go to one spot when he was going to have a deliberate shot at goal. So why they didn't have someone on the line or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's hurt. And can they get the first goal to get that back straight away? And then
well, it's a big one, isn't it, for AMR? The challenge is really set to them.
Yep.
It's been a great battle all day, and we're not very far away from the last quarter, which it's going to test both these sides. It's been a very physical contest for most of the afternoon, so players will be a bit weary, and we said the skill level was down a little bit just at some kicks, and this is going to test you out when you're mentally tired as well. So which side can bounce back at it, we'll soon find out, because we're out to start the final quarter for SEN Spirit, and this is John Bajetta to take it away.
Ruckman at it. Parsons wins the knock. Walker grabs it out of the air. Kicks forward. Denham King at centre forward now. So the ball goes inside. He runs on it. He can't take it. Picked up by his brother. He goes right onto the 50. Handballs wide to the goal kicker in Niski. He goes one way or the other. Squeezes a kick back inside to Jamin King. Clever vision. And he's marked the ball about 40 metres out, almost directly in front. And he'll go back and try and extend the lead for the Bulldogs.
And both these King boys excellent on their boots. So no better hands for this to be in. And Jamin King, he handles most of the rut work for the Bulldogs. He's not that high, but very, very skillful player. Hope that hasn't put the wood on him too much.
In he comes from about 48 metres out. It's going to go to the line, Craney. It's going to go over the line.
It's going to go all the way.
Straight over the goal umpire's head. So they've kicked the last two goals of the game. Very crucial at the end of the quarter and to start the quarter. So that's going to put the Margaret River Hawks under all sorts of pressure now. And the Bulldogs with their tails up. Can they run away with this?
Well, it's going to test them out mentally, John. That's what the fact is. That last goal at the end of the quarter there would have flattened them a little bit. You can argue all you like with the umpire, but the fact of the matter, there was no one in the back of the goal square when it dribbled over through. So it would have flattened them a little bit. Let's see how they respond, and they are a good side. So the challenge has been right put towards AMR from the Bunbury Footy Club.
Yep.
All before them.
So Parsons and Yakas in the middle of the ground.
Heisman out onto this wing.
Something's
against Brooks. Siren. Bit early for the siren just yet, I think.
The umpires are looking, players are looking. Everyone's going, what the hell's going on?
That was a 3-minute quarter.
Steve, we're going to blame you next door. We can't see him, but we know who's sitting in there.
I know, that's Steve Richter.
Yeah, we won't tell anyone who it was. I think he drives cranes or something. He can't read a clock. Anyway, back we're going to start again in the middle of the ground. Take two, Yakas. He comes down to Evans. What can he do? He owes his teammates. He drives the ball to half forward. Again, one of them flat helicopter, horrible-looking kicks. Bilsich picks up. He's tackled. Well
that's
done.
That's a good tackle.
That was a
for Bunbury Mower Service.
Very good tackle there by Brooks. He drives the ball quickly deep into the 50-metre zone. Players all around it. Now picked up there by Kerwin. He chips out wide towards Bilsich, but the kick evades him. But he's going to get onto the loose ball. No, he leaves it behind. Now Margaret River through the player there in McDonald. He handballs up. Oh, there's all sorts of errors going on here, and Bunbury going to get a free kick to Bilsich. You can't call. Anyway,
I don't know how you play on from that.
No, he's going to get. I was going to say he's going to penalise him for dropping the ball. King can't take what he should have. He's Margaret River player come in. George. Oh, player there in Brooks has taken high. Play on's the call. Blindsided to the umpire. Well, someone's got a bit of claret coming out there. Craney, is it?
Oh, I think we could turn back the clock on that little passage of play all up, I think. Start again, John.
Yep, I thought Jamin King had a fair bit of blood coming out. It might have been his headband. Good knock there by Yakas. No one can take it away. Evans, he wraps up Heisman. He's taken the ground, and we'll have another ball up right in front of us on this wing. Getting a bit willing out there. A few boys on push and shove.
Yeah, it's been that sort of match. Well, it's all before AMR now, so they need to lift.
They've got to do something. Tell you what they've got to do. They've got a player on the attacking side. Someone's got the free kick. Oh, that'll 50 metres. Yep. That was stupid by Mitch Payne. He's had a pretty good afternoon. And you know, a player like Jesse Gribble, the umpires will think that there's more to it. He'll get the free kick and he'll get 50 metres, and Craney will probably go back and get his third goal.
Yeah, a bit going on just in front of us too. Keep an eye on it. Yeah, well, the last person that AMR wanted in the hands is Jesse Gribble. We know how good he is.
He's going to kick this from about 45 metres out.
And most people would back this one in. I reckon he's got 2 for the afternoon already.
And he comes just a little bit to the right. It's not going to come back. It's not a bad kick. Horton has gone through yet. Thought he might have.
No, it went out of. Did it go in? Yes.
Went through, yep. Bit of
a let off by
all that push and shove's done is give away free kicks to 50 metres for no reason, for no gain. So Berridge out wide, there he goes. McMahon's come a long way up. Picked up there by Renton. He handballs inside to Kerwin. Niski's miles clear over the top. He goes one way, comes back the other. He's put himself under all sorts. Now he kicks from the paint on 50. In there's Woods. He's marked, has he? Or just couldn't take the mark.
Sure,
Rogers picks up. He's spun one way or the other. Oh, he's lucky to get away with not that. Out wide, Stevie Payne's taken. He plays on. He gets past Kerwin. Over the top he goes. Out comes the player there in George. He can't take it. Bunbury got the extra here. Just watching players slipping
it's
over.
Like an ice rink out there.
It's like 10-pin bowling with no ball. Everyone's just trying to fall over.
That's an accurate description there, John, I reckon.
Anderson couldn't take it from Margaret River. Now Margaret River got heads over the footy. King's taking it. He just throws that back inside. Walker ducks his head. The umpire says, no, not getting a kick this time.
We said the players would be tired. They're all having a bit of a nana nap as we go along.
Well, the only way I see Margaret River getting back in the game, they've got to throw caution to win. They've got to kick it long. Don't worry about nothing short because, as you said, the legs are starting to fall off. Nothing short's going to work. Just go long and try and gain yards and get a bit of luck. Here they come through. Evans picks up at half-back. He's wrapped up. He's well wrapped up in a tackle at centre half-back. And again, a bit of push and shove. I won't say guess who's in it. You can work that out yourself if you've been around a bit long enough. Umpire says throw it up. Now, that's dropping the ball. That is dropping the ball.
That is 100% dropping the ball, but it's play on the crowd.
Oh, someone's throwing.
There's a bit going on behind the play out there.
The other umpire's got the wrestle. Trying to watch both, Crane. It's a bit entertaining.
Yeah, no, lost the footy. Where's the footy? Here's the footy.
Yakas handballs out to Brooks. He gives a short little handball to his teammate who's taken without the footy.
Oh, there's no difference in that. Oh, no, hang on. It's called for... Gee, we need to grab a bit of control here. There's
again,
players
another player's fallen over. Stevie Payne's coming. It was Berridge. Now Kerwin picks it up. He's tackled, beats the tackle, gets around, just whacks that to the top of the square. Out comes Woods. He's got front position. Lincoln Adams says, no, mate, I'm going to take this one. Now he's got a runner outside in his captain in Morgan. What's he going to do? He just goes long down his swing. Not a bad kick, but Parsons, too tall for Evans, just takes a mark over the top. And right on the wing in front of us. He plays on it, goes one way or the other. Drives that inside. Who's in the box seat? Wood again this time. Horton comes out. He can't take it. He's run into the arms of Mitch Payne. Gets a long handball out. What's the umpire called this time?
Held on him a bit long, I think.
Anyway.
Joel Horton will get the kick.
Get the free kick about 45 metres out.
Hope you're enjoying this. If you're watching it on the SEN app, no matter where you are in the world. It's been interesting this last quarter, to say the least.
Probably more interesting off the ball than on the ball.
Yeah, there's a bit going on with the ball. Umpires having more talks behind the footy than they are in the footy.
Yep, 76 plays 59. Horton comes in. Bit shallow, but it's floated back the other way.
Joel
straight
Horton
through the middle.
Put that one down for the big fella.
What's that, his first or second for the day,
That's
Crony?
his second for the afternoon.
Second.
Bo Morgan's done a very good job on Joel Horton this afternoon, but you know, he's a class act as you go along the track. Got the kick, but they held on to him a bit longer, and Bunbury is starting to push away a little bit.
Yeah, they've got the ascendancy now, and they're just edging their way forward.
The Harvey Norman interchange bench very busy in front of us as Barraclough will come off and Hall will go on for Bunbury.
So
I tell you what, players losing their feet out there. Anyone think we had an inch of rain at 3/4 time there, John?
As I said, there's blokes are running
probably
straight
drier
lines
now than
over.
it's been for. Some of them getting a little bit of help from the opposition.
Yeah, a couple have hit the deck nice and firm. Anyway,
what can AMR do to come back at this?
So Yakas against Parsons. Oh, someone's got a knee in the midriff, and that was young Parsons. Jamin King, he goes short to Hall. He's got one in the bread basket as well. Kerman runs from half-back. He just up and under, kicks the centre half forward. Woods and Link Adams. Adams falls from behind. Who's going to run onto this? Stevie Payne. Walker dives in, throws it back. Oh, that went in low. Was player there.
Denham King at the bottom of that?
Yep.
Jamin King, sorry.
That was Jamin, was it?
Yep.
Jamin, Denham, Kingy.
Yeah, Kingy.
Anyway, Payne's wrapped up.
We're looking for a rising star, thanks to Hemp Brothers too. A few young players putting their hands up for that this afternoon.
So 50 metres out from the Bunbury goal. Yakas hits that back. Bump on the whistle's gone everywhere. Yakas
and the WA Carpet Supermarket best on ground. That's going to be interesting and cool too. We're interested to see our views on that one at the finisher plate.
So Evans, he goes wide towards, I think it's the player there in Chadwick on that far wing, is it?
They need to pinch one here, AMR, against the run.
Payne, again, that horrible kick, just cut off at half-back by the Bunbury player, rebounds forward towards Niski on that far wing. That's 50
He's had a good afternoon,
running
Niski.
past the player and put your hands in the air and said, I know I'm too close, I didn't mean to. It's either 50 metres or get rid of the rule. So, out come Parsons and should have marked it on his chest instead of trying to do what he done. But anyway, spills it, out of bounds, over the line she goes.
See if we can get an update from your man at Brunswick Oval if we can.
Half time out there. I'm not sure if they've restarted, but anyway, 82 plays 59. The Bulldogs 23 points in front. Woods in front. He just double hands that down the line. He runs onto his own footy. It comes back at him. Speevy's wrapped him up. What's the umpire going to say? We're going to ball it up. That's what he's going to do, Croney. On that far wing. We've got a bit of a stalemate out there at the moment. So the crowd's been pretty quiet today. It's normally...
Yeah, they've been intrigued, I think. It's been one of those battles.
So up she goes on that far side. Yakas goes towards Stevie Payne. He's held as it goes out of bounds. And
he's been pretty good today. He's always good, isn't he, Stevie Payne? Just mops up everything that goes down back for AMR. Has done for a long time. Of course, played footy at a high level.
Yep. So ball in again on that far side. In she comes. Wood and Yakas. Oh, good knock there to Evans.
They've done that a few times this afternoon.
Stevie. He's got no one. He was looking for the outside.
He looked inside.
Runner.
There was nobody there.
No one there. So Heisman chips out wide to Bilsich. He just whacks it.
They do clash a bit, the jumpers, though, John.
Yeah. Creasy. He wheels inside. See that footy's horrible ball.
There you go.
Very unlucky young George, but he's good enough. That's dropping the ball umpire. Doesn't matter what he did. He had that many opportunities at it. King's throwing that towards Gribble.
That was a rugby pass, wasn't it?
Yeah,
how many of them do you see in the AFL now where they say it's quick hands, but there's no way there's quick hands.
No. Went to gather around. I've never seen so many throws. I thought I was at the rugby. Unbelievable. So Payne, he handballs inside to his teammate. I'm not sure what it is. Out there. Oh, that's Wrigglesworth couldn't take it. Berraclough in the middle of the ground. He just chips forward towards Jamin King as he runs on.
He's got Bunbury numbers everywhere.
Yeah, they have Margaret River closed down. King again. He wheels one way or the other. He just kicks into the true centre forward position where his brother's standing. All Bunbury there. It's 4-on-1. I was going to say 3-on-1. It's 4-on-1. Stevie Payne, what can he do? He tries to get Niski. Niski just tries to get his fifth. He kicks it up towards the top of the goal square. Morgan has hit that a bit too hard. He literally hit the ball with
I was just looking at that, John. There was 4-1 on this side, and then the contest went to another 4-on-1. So where were the AMR players when all this was happening? Because there was Bunbury jumpers everywhere. Yeah,
they're pretty much out of legs, Croney. There was a clump standing in the goal square against, who is it? Field, is it? He's going to have a shot from the goal square. And all they managed to do in the end was take him high, and he's got a shot on goal where it said it was 4-on-1. They just had to work him off the ball and pick it up and run it out. So I think that's a goal, by the way. They've run out of legs. They've fired their shots, and Bunbury going to run away quite comprehensively with this. They move to whatever it is, 13-10-88 to 8-11-59. So a handy 29-point lead.
Yeah, it's starting to move out now, isn't it? But yeah, you're right, a lot of players are running up and down on the spot at the moment. And it's been that sort of afternoon, hasn't it? It's pretty heavy on the legs out on that ground. It probably looks a bit better than what it is down on ground level, but it's pretty spongy, so takes a bit out of the legs.
So back in the middle. See what happens here. We'll play the game out if Margaret River can tidy this up. They've shown enough, I think, Croney, to be worthy of a top 5.
Oh, I think so, without a doubt.
They've got a couple out. Just got to get that run. So early on, hit them targets. The scoreboard could have been totally different. Some good runners inside. So Yakas, he goes. Rogers picks up. He goes one way or the other. He's going to get knocked off the ball. Well done there by young Woods. Rogers goes in. Can't say what you want to say.
And to come to Payne Park, you know, Bunbury, they're not a bad side here, Bunbury, are they? Yeah. They're a good side, actually.
So Bilsich runs through the middle of the ground. He goes long, looking towards Horton. Link Adams in front of us. Almost a good mark by Creasy. Play on's the call. Number of players over top. Creasy goes in on his right foot this time. And he's whacks that over the goal umpire's head. So Bunbury doing it as they please now. They move to 14-10-94, I think it might be. Leading Margaret River 8-11, 59.
Yeah, look, AMR, they're starting to drift away there. The game
to a walk.
The game hasn't been like this much of a margin, hasn't it? It's only been in the last quarter there. And probably the last 10 or 15 minutes, the Bunbury have taken absolute control of the game. And Harry Creasy, he did pretty well there. He went for the big fly, almost took the CPR Outdoor Centre. Can we give an almost for the mark of the day? But he was quick to get on his feet again, kicked around the corner for a very, very nice goal. But they're starting to get big numbers around the footy now, Bunbury.
Yeah, it's just purely the fact that Margaret have conked out of petrol. And
hang on. We've got. They should go and see City and Regional Fuels,
yes,
John.
Yep, top them up nicely.
So need a bit more fuel in the tank.
94 plays 59 as we tick down towards the middle part of the last quarter. Yakas wins a knock, but taken by King. Out there now is Walker. He picks up a loose ball.
Denham King's been exceptional.
Yep, very good day today. So drive in towards Young Woods. Oh, he comes out. Adams, you've just thrown that. That was Cassidy slips over. He's taken high. What's the umpire going to pay? Yep. Woods went in fairly aggressively there.
Cassidy trying to get going there and had a bit of a muddy spot there. The boots wouldn't hold in.
Need to put in forward drive there. So
here's a go.
Finally, they hit one. Berridge, I think it is, on that far side. On the left foot, he goes out wide towards McMahon. He leads Quaif up to Renton up to the footy. Bilsich can't pick it up. He's taken by McMahon. Now Wrigglesworth's going to run onto it. Well done there by Renton. He slides in over the top, waits for the troops to arrive. We're right on the boundary line. Did it go over yet? No, we're going to have a ball up right on that far side. A little bit more push and shove. So 94 plays 59, a handy lead to the Bulldogs. 35 points, I think it is, Craney, something like that.
I'll go with your maths, John.
Yakas hits it back. No one can take the ball. So what are they paying? Ball it in. Everyone's wanting a cheap free kick.
I'll tell you what, they haven't been able to get them all day today. No. They've had to work for their kicks.
A couple of bad ones have been missed, but in general they've let it go, which that's what we are.
I don't mind that. I enjoy that.
Yep.
I'd rather do that and pick up Tiggy Touchwood ones every 5 minutes.
And the boys go in knowing that they're not worried about giving away a stupid kick. So, player there in field, I think it was, onto the left boot, goes in. Link Adams comes out. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to rebound like we thought he might have today. He goes back towards his skipper in Morgan running. Just not really gaining a lot of yards. He sells it around Horton. Comes down to this wing. What's he got in front of him? Everyone looks at each other. No one really wants to take the footy. Now, Bologna, what's his name? Better get it right. Borlini. He kicks in towards half forward. No one can take it. Woods bends over, picks up. Payne tackles him. He slips a tackle. Bloke's going in everywhere here.
Right in that little bit of a muddy spot.
Blokes are slipping, sliding again. Hall can't. He marks it, but Payne was a call. Must have been touched. Field picks up. Handball's inside. Renton's going to work on it, is he? He goes one way. He's well tackled by Stevie Payne. That should be dropping the ball, umpire, and it is.
Let's go for a quick run around the ground. Sync to GRF Civil at Harvey Ground. Collie Eagles, 4 goals 3. Lead the Harvey Bulls, 2 goals 3. Gee, I tell you what, Collie would love to hold on to that lead, wouldn't they?
Yep.
They'll get them off the bottom of the table.
So Payne, he chips out wide to Burridge. What's he going to
do? Have you got one from Brunswick
hasn't updated yet since half time.
What's your man at Eaton Brunswick doing?
Sleep.
Went to the bar.
Canteen. So Bunbury, now who's the player there? King.
He's been very, very good.
Inside, he comes right across the crease. Clever kick. He's going to take a mark. Yep. Pretty much late contact, but he was going to mark it anyway.
Denham King, it's a sensational kick of the footy.
That's been the difference in this second half.
King will just pop it across to Heisman. While you get that score, I'll call it for you, John. Heisman takes a mark out, about 30 out from goal on a slight angle, and a player of Dylan Heisman's calibre should have no trouble of putting this one through. All that wind has been a little bit of tricky going towards support end.
Well, the way he's kicked today, I'd say he's just about kick it out in the full. But
Heisman moves in, no doubt about that one. Pops it straight through the middle and on the Southwest Isuzu scoreboard. Bunbury just keep on going on. They've been 15-10. They lead the Harvey AMR side by quite a bit, John.
Yep.
Did you get a score there, mate?
Yep. South Bunbury 85, lead HBL 29, I think, early in the third quarter.
So pretty comprehensive lead to the Tigers at that one. And the Collie Eagles, well, can they cause a bit of an upset out at the Harvey ground?
Yeah, that would be...
Must be pretty low scoring out there.
A good win for them.
Burrowclough and Rogers getting to know each other. Rogers missed.
Bit late for that. Anyway, back in the middle of the ground we go. 100 plays 59. Parsons and Yakas. Parsons comes down towards Walker,
there's King again.
King over the top to King again, and out running wide is Field, is it? He just Hall. It is Hamish Hall. Morgan spoils the ball at the back of Horton. He runs on, picks up a 1-2 out the back there to Link Adams. On his left foot, he goes wide to a teammate there, and George, I think it is.
They haven't been inside forward 50 too many times in this quarter.
I don't think they have actually. So stagnant out there, just up and under down that far wing. In front there,
good
is it
grab.
Spivey? Not sure if it's him or...
Two of them have got the blue boots on.
That's what I say. I was trying to identify by the boots. Anyway, guys to half forward, but it's all Bunbury at the back. Picked up there by Williamson, is it? No, it's Perks. He handballs wide. Bilsich can't take it. She's going to roll out of bounds, is it? No, Bunbury still. Oh, well done there by Margaret River players. Just stole that off hands. Now they got a few loose out the back here, Craney. They ruffle Mitch Payne. He handballs to young Chadwick. It'd be good to see this young kid get a goal.
I think so. He
he's done
deserves
very
it.
well, just playing his role as a crumbing forward. So Margaret River finally hit the scoreboard in the last quarter to young, get his proper name, Harry Chadwick. He's got a little bit of reward for effort today. So they move to 9-11. They trail Bunbury 15-10.
First foray into the 50 line for AMR, and they put it through for a much needed goal, mate. There's is there a life left in this game? Probably not, John.
There's no pulse.
Thanks to Hearth House Feeling. It's a great spot for your smart home climate control systems, air conditioning and fireplaces in Hearth House, Bunbury and Bustleton. So it's been a good contest. This last quarter's been entertaining for probably the wrong reasons. Just players haven't been able to keep their feet.
No, well, that was the first time Margaret River went in long and quick. Oh, the old 6-6-6. And they had the numbers out there. That's actually what Bunbury were doing early in the game, how they got their goals. Was
just flipping it over the back.
And then Bunbury got and they looked, it was, I say luck, it's not luck, it's, but the quick one's over the back. So out of the middle of the ground, Brooks, his handball goes over the top towards George. He gives it to Yakas. He's got a player forward in Wrigglesworth. If he picks this up, he can run his quota. He just golf chips that over the top towards McMahon. Bilsich cuts through. Well done. Brick cuts the ball off. Now he's head over the footy. He's well wrapped up there in a tackle. What's the umpire going to do? He's going to ball it off about 35 metres out from the Margaret River goal. So,
thanks to MGIB, like a good neighbour, MGIB is there.
Up they go.
And the Bank of Queensland, Bunbury.
Yakas, he handballs. He gets the ricochet. He's wrapped up in a tackle.
He's worked hard, Yakas.
Yeah, he's been a goal for him.
It's been a good duel, actually.
Probably the only thing he doesn't do, well, he hasn't done today, is taken marks around the ground, but he's been on the end of some handballs. He's been prepared to run, chase, follow up.
He works hard.
Work. Yeah. Now he's rewarded. Will he go back and have a shot? Is it him? I think no, it's another young fellow. Might be young George. Got wrapped up there.
2 in a row to AMR. They're on the way back, John.
On the way back.
At the 20, what did we say it was? 20-minute mark of the last quarter or something?
Well, the old rule, more minutes and goals, you're a chance. Anyway, he's going to come in from about 35, 40 metres out. Close to the man on the mark, very close to the man on the mark. But tell you what, she spun right and she's over the goal umpire's head, so they've got the last two. They bring that margin back to 29 points. 100 plays 71. And there's not much life in the players out there. Everyone sort of, walk back down again. They've all had enough.
They're worn out. I think the Showers would be a very rewarding player this afternoon.
It'd be interesting if they kick one straight out of the middle again and see if they all wake up.
That was Byron George who kicked that one.
Yeah, George, I think it was.
It was. So, good kick by him. He's worked pretty hard this afternoon. I'll tell you what, all the players have worked pretty hard. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good game. You wouldn't think it was a 5-goal game.
No, it doesn't appear. It's just been those couple of cheap ones that Bunbury have got, or well-played ones.
Yep. Yakas, he comes back towards player there in Cassidy. He couldn't take it now. Cut-off mark on that far side. By George, I think it is. Might be
by
Bedwell,
George.
Actually. By George. By George. By Jolly George. So on that far side is Wrigglesworth. He's taking. He wheels inside. He goes long towards. Was it paid? No, play on. He didn't quite get, but he's followed up with a good tackle. Again, another good tackle there by young
There's
Chadwick.
Been a lot of so close, hasn't they?
Yeah.
Just haven't quite been able to keep hands on it.
That's to say, early in the game with them kicks, them little missed kicks that could have been a different story, but it's not. Anyway, Field goes over the top of the footy. He's wrapped up in a tackle, and the umpire says, give it here. We're about 35 metres out from the Margaret River goal as the time ticks down towards full time. We couldn't have too long to play, Croney.
No, must be getting towards that stage.
Yep.
Thanks to Shane Golding too. He set the Harvey Rec round, providing us the scores. He'll be up and about too. He likes his Collie Eagles.
Yep, he'll be happy with the result so far. Well, they can keep going. So on the far side there, I'm not sure if that Link Adams taking a mark. No, it's not him because he's here in front of me. So it's cut off down the line there by Grillcrest at half back. He just chips down the line. And Big Henry puts a double fist into it. Play on's a call. But George gets the handball back inside the Burridge on the left boot down the wing. And that's Mark there. I didn't say too many marks today. It was Yakis. He chips over the top to Chadwick. Right on the half-forward flank. Gives a handball towards Wrigglesworth. He goes long and high. It's going to drop short. Speevy's going to work onto the loose uncontested ball. He's going to mark 40 metres.
Well, he's kicked 2 already this afternoon, so he's had a very good afternoon at the office. Got a lot of footy around the ball.
Yeah, I think when they get their full complement, he'll be fairly handy. He's a good finisher. Put the mocker on him. Didn't make the distance. It's marked in
just
the goal
right
square
on his distance.
By Parsons. He comes out wide here towards Hamish Hall. He's
That's
marked
a beautiful kick by young Parsons.
Well weighted. He just turns and goes down the line.
Oh, this is going to go over the back.
And Link Adams is going to mop this up. He's going to run through anyone who wants to get in his way. He just gives a little handball. Now he gives it a toe poke. Evans is going to work on it. He spins one way. He's well wrapped up. He's good enough to get a handball out. And his teammate there in Cassidy's wrapped up. And we're going to have a ball up here just inside the centre square on the wing in front of us.
Cassidy's had a good afternoon too. There's quite a few. Kicked a couple.
Yep. So 100 plays 71, Bunbury's way. Yakis, he hits it down, picked up there by Field. He sneaks out the back, gives it back to Parsons. On the boot it goes, and Big Henry Wigglesworth, he takes an Shawcroft, takes that
kick
mark
it quick,
half back.
and you get another
right
stab, big fella.
Bit too far out to score, so that's all she wrote. Bunbury 15-10-100. They beat AMR 10-11-71 to a handy 29-point victory and a handy 4 points in the context of the season.
It has been at that, and Bunbury will secure their spot on the Southwest Football League ladder. And tell you what, AMR lost no friends this afternoon because they have battled very hard this afternoon, but just got that little patch in there where I think it was that goal just before the three-quarter time siren that really flattened them. But we'll be back after the break, thanks to KFC and our great mates at Dale Alcock Homes, to review what just happened.